Good evening and welcome to the Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic 14. It's going to be an absolute belter tonight. I'm Mossy, this is Clyde, Robbo, and over there is our expert, Lynchy. Boys, it's going to be an absolute massive one tonight, Robbo. Tell us, are you feeling the vibe here?
Mossy, we've just witnessed a huge electric storm out here over Sydney Olympic Park, and that matches the electricity that I'm feeling here running through my veins. Look, it's great to be here for the 2014 Sydney Track Classic. I was lucky enough to be here last year, didn't disappoint, and mate, it's absolutely one of the standout athletic events in the country this year. Lynchy, you pumped?
I'm pumped. There's been a buzz all week, and we've had the junior championships on at the moment. They've been competing since Wednesday. We've gone to the senior athletes and see if they can perform tonight.
Now, you haven't slept, I understand, Lynchy, since
I haven't.
the Nationals
I've got
started.
another day to go. It's just athletics in my veins.
Well, let's go through a couple of key events because we've got the steeplechase coming up very shortly. Have been a bit delayed with the storm. Let's start with the men's 800 metres. Lynchy, talk us through it.
We do. The men's 800 metres, we've got Dwayne Solomon, 4th place at the 2012 Olympics, the second fastest American ever. And a special guest, John Stephenson, stepping up to the 800. There's been talk, who knows what he's going to do, but
I've got a feeling that he's going to run it around in 3 minutes and just do the last doing cartwheels and backflips.
3 minutes, he's just
on his hands.
Just a double victory lap. Is that what he's going for?
Yeah, it could well be.
Mossy, I just want to point out one little highlight. We're here celebrating a birthday, and folks at home may not know this, but it's actually the 20th anniversary of the opening of this very stadium. And Lynchy's just holding up a nice picture there, which was the Premier John Fay, and Betty Cuthbert is in the. She was paid homage to as well there, but that's before the Sydney 2000 Games, 1994. Lynchy, how old were you then? You were probably 1 or 2, were you?
I was 8.
There you go, Lynchy was 8. So it is the 20th birthday, Mossy, and I was told 20 years ago it was as wet as this, so quite fitting.
Quite fitting. In fact, we're sitting here in the Betty Cuthbert Stadium, or the stands over here as well. And I talked about 800 metres, Lynchy. We've also got the women coming through
we
tonight.
Do.
It's a great event. It should be a good one.
Eunice Somm is the 2013 World Champion. She's run 1:57.3. We've only ever had 2 athletes under 2 minutes. We've got some great up-and-coming 800-metre female runners. I think she could pull a couple of our athletes to qualifiers.
Now, Lynchy, I listened to a popular athletics podcast during the week, and I was heard to hear you say, nothing captures my heart more than a sub-2 girl. Now, if we get a track full of girls going under sub-2 tonight, are you just going to be able to contain yourself?
I don't know. I might have to jump off this scaffolding all the way down.
Well, that's an interesting thing because jumping, we've got so many great high jumpers as well.
Do.
We've got, looking at the men's high jump tonight, we've got a number of blokes who aren't too far away from an A qualifier. Tonight could be the night.
That's right. We've got 3 athletes over the B qualifier, and we've also got former Australian, now Irish high jumper Liam Zamel-Payez having a jump as well. He was the highest Australian jumper last year with 2:29. Now he's swapped countries to Ireland.
Wow.
And speaking of Ireland, we all know that it is St. Paddy's Day in 2 days' time. Look, I was considering referring to this as the St. Pat's Day Classic, St. Pat's Track Classic even. We've got Liam Zamel-Payez, as you mentioned, and a handful of other Irish athletes coming up as well.
We have one of them is in the 800 actually, Laura Crow.
There you go.
That's right, and she's very close to being a sub-2 girl. Maybe Liam Zamel-Payez will chuck a 4-leaf clover in his pants.
Yeah.
Might get him over the bar.
And joining those two is Paul Robertson.
That's right.
And
the back, one of the One Direction athletes.
He is. Almost made it onto One Direction. And Finnegan
place.
In the triple jump, the Irish champ.
Yeah, and you can see on the screen now we've got the men's 3,000 metre steeplechase, which will be getting underway in just a few moments. Lots of wetness down on that track,
it
guys.
Does. It looks moist.
The women's discus tonight, we have Danny Samuels will be competing. She's already had an A qualifier.
That's right. She's been dropping A qualifiers like they're nothing.
She loves the wet circle as well, goes well in that. She threw her second longest throw just the other week here at State Champs. Lynchy.
That's right, and her PB was set at Sydney Track Classic last year.
But we cannot go anywhere here at the Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic without talking about the showdown, the women's 100 metres tonight. It is awesome with that Breen versus Pearson.
Now, I've asked a lot of the junior athletes this week. One of their favourite events to watch tonight is going to be the women's 100, and it's unanimous. Mel Breen's going to win, apparently.
There you go, locked in.
Well, she was the first Australian to beat Sally in about 8 years.
Are we up for a national record, Lynchy? A bit of rain on the track.
It's gonna harden the track up, but the wind is from behind, so you never know.
Yep.
Now listen, Robbo, what I'm going to get you to do, mate, I want to get you to go down trackside, get amongst things while we sit up here.
Do I get an umbrella?
Oh, well, if you're good enough, you get an umbrella because...
Surely we can do rock, paper, scissors again.
Yeah, definitely. Because the men's open under 20 is nearly ready. The men's open 3,000 metre steeplechase, which we'll be taking you through here on the Tartan Couch. Don't forget to get in contact with us, hashtag Tartan Couch, or if you want to, you can go hashtag STC14. But listen, go the Tartan Couch. Here we go. We're just about to get things underway. Yes, as we see there, we've got quite a number of athletes spreading all the way across. It's a very interesting one here. We've got run and jump and almost a swim there, Lynchy.
You do. They're swimming even on the track at the moment with the water everywhere, but this is a combined race. So we've got the open part of the Sydney Track Classic and also the under-20 championship.
And who do you think's looking for the open? It'll be really interesting there. Obviously, we've got Yusuf Abdi there.
He's just a staple in the steeple.
Oh, very nice,
well
Lynchy.
And also in the bright orange there, James Niparis. Now, he was very close to a World Champ Speed qualifier last year, doing a few final stretches. He's been spending a few weeks in Kenya. So you know what those Kenyans are like. They can run.
And here they go. They're about to get things underway here in the men's open.
That is a full field, isn't it?
Oh, this is a massive field here. So some of these young fellas, you see the ACT lad on the outside, Tasmanian, they'll get an opportunity to go up against some of the big guns.
Now, that's Matthew Cox leading it out. He was in the Fernley 15. I think he was second place. So he looks like he's moving into second, into the back straight with James Niparis into second, and Yusuf Abdi back there in fourth.
And they're just sort of cruising out there, going across the second steeple there. They're not too far away from going around that final bend. Have you ever had a crack at this one, Lynchy?
I try not to go anything more than a lap. Maybe convinced for 2 laps, but I'm not going to jump over anything.
I once had a crack at this one out in Bathurst, and I caught a trout when I went over that final one there. So the men's open and under 20, 3,000 metres steeplechase. And as you can see, if you've just joined us here on the Compete Clean live stream for the Sydney Track Classic 2014, you can see there's a lot of water on the pace. That's not come off the boots of the competitors here, Lynchy. We had an absolute thunderstorm which brought down a heap of rain tonight.
Yeah, if you catch a glimpse of the infield, there are puddles everywhere. And it's almost turned every jump into a water jump. So we've got Matthew Cox leading him down. 6 laps to go. We've got number 6 in third, Niparis, and Yusuf Abdi in fourth place.
So they've gone around there in 1:17 for the first lap. And as you look there, if you look at Yusuf Abdi, he's just got such a great technique. He's just looks strong. He's not doing it hard at the moment. He's not sucking up too much energy.
He's just sitting there, letting the guys in front do the work. He was 6th place at the Beijing Olympics in the steeplechase, PB of 8:18, which is the second fastest we've ever had. Going against the best in the world, 6th at the Olympics, you can't knock against that.
Yeah, and of course he took out, I think it was a bronze back in 2006 in Melbourne Commonwealth
2002 in the 1500.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so he's going over the shorter distance, so you know he's got a bit of turn of speed there.
So looking for an A qualifier tonight, he's 8:20, and a B qualifier 8:35.
That's right.
And
now,
Yusuf Abdi, has
was
run
talking
that
to Yusuf
before.
during the week. Not sure if he's changed his mind, but he said he's not actually looking towards the Commonwealth Games.
No, my understanding, having a chat with him as well, he's looking at Rio.
Yeah, so he's
for a holiday.
Having nice place for a holiday. Maybe get the Olympic Committee to pay for it.
So we've got Cox out in front. Abdi not too far behind. It's going around in 2:30. So just doing it easy. You'll see
8.
Here there's a spread of the field in behind. We're staying with the lead pack at the moment.
Looks like we've got a group of 5 that have sorted themselves out. It's an ACT athlete, followed by a Tasmanian in 6th and 7th.
So you see there, Nipper, the man they call Nipper. Nipper, he's a really good cross-country runner.
He is. And so wouldn't be surprised if he's doing a bit of cross-country when he was over in Kenya. Learning a bit about from those steeplers over there. They are amazing steeplechasers, the Kenyans. Wouldn't be surprised if every championships they've gone 1, 2, 3. I think they've almost won every steeple medal on offer since 1980.
Wow, that's pretty good, isn't it? Okay, so Matthew Cox out in front as they're coming down to the final steeple here of this lap, and tucking in behind here is James Nipperes.
Matthew Cox
coming up to
a really
third
good run
is
here.
Yusuf Abdi. So Yusuf not too far away. He's looking nice and easy. We've got a bit of an injury there.
Yeah, someone's pulled out. Not sure whether he was one of the under-20s or one of the open athletes, but Matthew Cox and Nipperes still moving along. Now it looks like there's a bit of a gap there. They were closer together on the last lap, but Cox and Nipperes moving away from Yusuf Abdi.
Of course, you can get in contact with us tonight, hashtag Tartan Couch. We take you through the live streaming for the rest of the National Athletics season. We've got coming up, we've got Melbourne IAAF World Challenge and the Nationals, which will be Melbourne as well.
That's right, on the blue track down at Lakeside, Albert Park.
So if you can see there is quite a big gap with Cox out in front from Nipperes and Abdi tucking in behind there. About 20 metres all the way back there. Yeah, is he too far back?
He might be. When they come around, there's only going to be 3 laps to go. Maybe he might be leaving himself a bit too much room to move there. But these two at the front, Cox and Nipperes, working together really well.
Absolutely, and there we go. We're seeing a move from Nipperes just coming up. Cox, maybe he's going to start doing the work with Nipperes with that bright orange. No, Cox is coming up on him.
Cox
it's almost
really
like they're in
wide.
the final straight here. And they're going to come around
Cox
here.
Pacing? He could have been pacing.
They're going to cross here at 4:55. And
now James Nipperes, he has a PB under the B qualifier. Whether he can do it in the wet track or not, he ran an 8:50, close to an 8:50 in the pouring round at New South Wales State Champs. That was his first race back from coming back from Kenya. So he's used to the wet track. It's not raining at the moment though, so maybe he can do it again.
Oh, and he's looking strong out in front as Cox just drops off. But Nipperes, he's well out in front. 50 metres out in front, maybe stretching it to 60 metres. Looking strong here.
2.5 laps to go. Yusuf, not sure what he can do here. He's really going to have to turn it on if he wants to make a dent in this gap.
Just coming around here, leading into the final straight. Into the water. He steps up to it, over, nice and easy.
Only 2 more water jumps left for James Nipperes.
Abdi's just crossing now. So here he is out in front.
Meters.
Test.
Yeah,
test.
it's going to be really hard to beat from here, though. He has gone hard early.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad scalp to have. If you can beat Yusuf Abdi in a steeple, I'd claim it.
Well, you would, 400 metre runner.
I would, if yeah, that's right. I'm sure you'd still claim it, maybe not as much, but 2 laps to go for James Nipperes. Almost a whole steeple gap's length back to Yusuf Abdi.
Abdi's just crossed the line in 6:17, so he's well and truly behind Nipperes here as he starts to go up to the second steeple of this second last lap.
9 more steeples for James Nipperes to clear. I just counted them while Mossy was talking, so I didn't get it wrong, but only almost 600 metres to go, and I think the gap's getting bigger.
It is getting bigger. This is going to be a massive scalp for Nipperes. He's really taken a lot of energy so far, though. I believe he's starting to slow down from what I'm seeing. He went out and Abdi's
so Yusuf Abdi. He's gone back into third. He looks like he's hurting.
Abdi's out. He's going to pull out of this, I think you'll find. He's gone.
He's pulled out.
Yusuf Abdi is out. He's gone. So there is a big shock to us here in the open 3,000 metres.
Hurting. There's James Nipperes. Let's hope the athletes in front of him move out of his way because he is a steam train.
So Nipperes out in front as he comes up.
He's going to get the bell. He's crossing the line in 7:22. He's got 1 minute to go. Can he finish in 1:13? 73 seconds to get the B qualifier.
Yeah, Nipperes doing it easy. He's all alone out there in front.
Get out of his way, lads. James Nipperes is coming through.
So Nipperes, he'll see this straight for the final time.
3 more jumps to go.
He's really starting to hurt, though. Just made it over that final one there. But he's pushing it out here. He's going to be the Sydney Track Classic 2014 champion. And he's going to do it easy, taking down Yusuf Abdi. We're not sure Yusuf has walking around as Nippers just goes past him.
That's right. He's made it easy by wearing a bright orange singlet tonight for us to see him. But he's only got 2 more over the water jump for the last time. Time is 8, 10, 25 seconds for this last 150. Can he do it?
So
20 seconds.
8:35 is the B qualifier. 8:35 is the qualifier.
At the Sydney Track Classic, 1 more jump to go.
So he's coming up to the final jump now. Here's going to be your Sydney Track Classic 2014 champion. Can he get to the 8:35? He's got 25 seconds to go. 25 metres. He's going to come across in 8:30, 8:41 unofficial. James Nippers, you champion.
Working hard by himself, Nipper. That's a lot of hard work. Taking it almost by himself. Had Matt Cox, but in a wet track, tough work.
You can see there he is absolutely gone. Absolutely gone.
Daryl Crook from Queensland, that looks like. Number 3.
So we've got Nippers and Crook. And Nip, they are both hurting.
And the ACT athlete.
So there's going to be a national title, I believe, is it? We'll get back to you on that one.
Looks like he is finished in second. Not sure if he's an under 20 athlete or not. But he looks like a Tasmanian coming in. Third across the line.
As we've got some of the minor placings now coming across, and you can see there, looking at the screen, James Nippers. He's just haunched over. He's still struggling, and this is a very, very hard race. I mean, you race the 400s, which is very tough. You go completely lactic, but those boys have really had to work hard tonight.
They feel the lactic. It starts slow, and it just gets more and more and more.
And the fact that you've got to jump over those steeples and get into the water as well, it just takes it out of you. You lose your rhythm.
They're unforgiving. They don't fall over if you hit them like the normal hurdles. They are solid wood, 91 centimetres high.
So unfortunately for Nippers, he came outside of the B standard, which was 8:35. The A qualifier at 8:20. He wasn't there. But this is, as you see, quite a number of competitors coming across the line now.
A lot of our under 20 athletes who are contesting the national champs. There's the pacemaker, Matthew Cox, congratulating him. And Nipper giving him a thank you, mate, for helping me out today.
And it is the Opens and the under 20s, which is their national championship there, which is a great highlight for them, racing with the likes of Yusuf Abdi and James Nipper as well. He's done it in the cross country and he's done it on the track tonight, Lynchy.
Certainly has. 3,000 metres steeplechase, James Nippers, Sydney Track Classic champion. So
because of the wet, we'll have a bit of a delay for the men's javelin. The wheelchairs will be up next, so the 1,500 wheelchair event. Kurt Fernley in that one. In fact, it's the women's. It looks like there's been a bit of a change in the schedule here.
We are going to, I think, we're having the under 17 and under 18 400 metre championships. All right, so we've got our New South Wales athletes, Victorian, Queensland. We're cutting to the junior championships. It was delayed due to the lightning. So we've pushed them back, and they get the chance to run in front of a big crowd, actually. It's very big. People are still trying to get in. 20-metre lines out the front. These boys have been waiting a while for this race. I'm sure they've warmed up a couple of times. Victorian athlete in lane 2, sweeping out the water out of his lane, doing a bit of gardening before the race.
So it's a bit hard to predict here, Lynchy, but the 400, your specialty.
It is. Once I see the names,
You've been here before, my friend, in the national 400s?
Kind of. I didn't do the 400s when I was a junior athlete.
Right.
I didn't turn to the 4s till I was 23, but I know the feeling in the Sydney Track Classic.
Yeah.
Done a couple of those, and as the flames light up, maybe they'll use that to dry the track.
Yeah, absolutely. So you see on the screen there, they're rolling out for the javelin. It is, in fact, that's for the high jump. It is a super stopper.
Nothing worse than a wet track on the high jump.
No, well, that's right. We were speaking today to Matt Denny, and he said that as far as with the discus, he said it's much better to have a wet circle.
Yeah, less friction, I'm guessing.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as it's not raining. So the rain pushes the discus down, and they like a slight headwind. And at the moment, it looks like they're going to be throwing into the headwind, tailwind for the sprinters. So it could all work out.
So a little bit of a revised draw here. So we've got the men's under 2400 junior and the wheelies 1500, which will be coming up after this one here. So don't forget to get in contact with us. We've got Mossy, Robbo with Lynchy tonight. You want to get in contact with us on Twitter, hashtag Tartan Couch or the traditional hashtag STC14. But if you do go hashtag Tartan Couch, we'll be able to give you an opportunity to get yourself on the live stream.
All right, so we've got the starters in the men's under 17, 400 metres. Always keep an eye out on the middle lanes. Trent Miles from Queensland, Jack Newman and Adrian Plummer from New South Wales and the ACT. They're the ones to look for in the men's under 17, 400 metres.
So in the middle lanes there, we've got Miles, Newman and Plummer. So we'd say on form, they're the guys. And this is one thing I love about the 400s. It tends to be is the old leg slap before they start.
Yeah,
You a leg slapper?
I'm not. I'm a bit of a jumper. No, I'm
Yeah,
a
right.
clapper, actually.
Oh.
I'll clap.
Yeah.
You know, get the hands ready. Get yourself pumped up. Now, you'll see the stagger won't straighten up until they hit the home straight. So you won't exactly know who's taking the lead until they come in. And that's when the race really starts.
And they're set to go. Oh, we've got...
Ooh, now, because they are over 16, he could be gone. I'm
Bailey
pretty
Johnson.
sure
I think that's Bailey
that's
Johnson.
Trent
No.
Miles.
Trent Miles
From
in
Queensland.
lane 4.
No false start. That is very lucky. He's been saved. He's going to get another gig of this.
So talk us through that, because from the eye up here, that looked like that was definitely a false start.
Well, I thought it was too, but they've given him a green card, and he must be ecstatic. His heart is racing before that. He thought he was done. But look at him. He's looking up in the crowd, looking for the angel that just saved him.
The Queenslander. So he's one of the favourites for this event. A national championship on the line here in the
That's
men's
right.
400 metres under 17. This
Now,
is the
I have
final.
to say, Jack Newman, I'm sure, is the under 16 Australian All Schools champion from 2013 back in December in Townsville. So I'm sure these lads have raced a few times before. Jack Newman came out on top last time, but I remember it was quite a battle down the home straight.
So they're all set here. Newman strong, Plummer as well, and Miles. So they come to the first bend here. You can see the New South Wales runner going well. And we've got a Victorians in the final straight in lane 7 doing well too.
All right, so you've got Russell Tate from Tasmania on the outside, moving very well. The stagger seems pretty even at the moment. Maybe the ACT athlete Adrian Plummer pulling up on the Victorian on his outside. We're really going to start to see where the staggers are. I could say Adrian Plummer from ACT in the yellow vest, moving the best on the bend. And Trent Miles, the man who may have false started earlier, could take him onto the bend. Jack Newman has a bit of work to do, though.
So here we go out in front, Plummer. He's just slipping in behind. The boy from Tasmania. He's absolutely out in front. He's holding on. He's going strong. Miles is coming as well. But it looks like the kid from Tasmania has done it from lane 8. And isn't he jubilant? What a great victory there for him. He is the under-17 national champion.
Our Tartan couch is situated right next to the Tasmanian team, 49-44, and aren't they stoked, the boy from the Apple Isle.
And that was Toby Russell there from the Apple Isle, as he said there. Did well, didn't he? He was out there.
Well done. Trent Miles, silver with 50.03, and Adrian Plummer from ACT, 50.12.
As you said there, Lynchy, very thankful. Miles there, Trent
Slapping
Miles.
the ground. He is stoked. I saw him earlier in the 200. He missed a medal in that, but he's grabbed himself a gold. Giving a kiss to the crowd. He loves his fans.
Yeah, and he's got quite a number here up in the Betty Cuthbert stand as well.
We're right next to the Tasmanian Tiger contingent.
So the men's javelin are starting to warm up very shortly. In fact, they're doing it right now. They're on the runway.
That's right. We've got a few people in that. The Commonwealth B qualifier is 72.60, and the A qualifier is 81 metres.
Let's go trackside tonight for the first time. It's with Robbo.
Yes, thanks very much, Mossy. Great to see you and Lynchy working hard up there, calling the events. And look, the rain has now passed. I'm looking straight above it, blue sky, a little bit of cloud coverage, but that's really dissipating now off to the east, and we're in for a great night tonight. And tell you what, I'm pinching myself just sitting down here on the couch. Only 10 metres from the finish line there. We've got some of the greatest athletes in the world and Australia about to take part this evening. I've got Clyde alongside me here, and for those that don't know who Clyde is, now I'll give you a little rundown. Clyde is the official mascot for the Glasgow Commonwealth Games. That's right, later this year, July, August, over there in Glasgow, Scotland. Clyde will be everywhere. Now, he's a thistle, the Scottish thistle, and he's named after the river that runs through Glasgow itself, the River Clyde. And we think this is the only Clyde mascot in Australia. He's actually got his own Twitter account, @ClydeOnTour. And Clyde, welcome. Yeah, as you can see, he doesn't say a lot. So, Clyde, you just sit there and behave, and you'll be up for a great night. But, look, guys, just sit back and relax. The boys will run through. We're going to get the action coming live, fast and furious for you tonight. As much of the updates as we can in the field events. We've got the 6 field events. Plenty of action on the track as well. And I'll tell you what, boys, I cannot wait. We're looking forward to the next event. And we're going to send it back up to the boys up in the stand again. Over to you, Mossy and Lynchy.
And just looking up there on the screen, we've got the men's 400 metre under 18. Talk us through it.
All right, again, look for the inside lanes. Christian Foster, yesterday in the 200, ran 21.59. He's out there in lane 6 in the bright pink spikes. Very easy to see. Michael Mullet, also, I think from Victoria, they've got it wrong. All right, and got a lot of athletes in here. New South Wales has 4 athletes, Victoria has 3, and WA has 1. Can he get a medal? Do it for WA.
Yeah, that'd be absolutely fantastic. You can see him there in lane 2 on the inside. And they're looking very pumped up here in the men's under 18s.
That's right, they've just seen a cracking race beforehand.
Yeah, it's the Tasmanian boy there, Toby Russell, did it from all the way out in lane 8. So here we go, they're set. And they're off and racing. New South Wales boys straight out in front, doing well. Victorian on the inside, they're coming well, and the WA boys well back.
Michael Mullet moving very fast in Victoria, so is Alex Moore. They've moved past Christian Foster, but he will come late. That's his move, that's what he does. He conserves energy at the start, but Michael Mullet moving past the second stager, and Alex Moore as well. They've both got very fast PBs. Watch for Christian Foster in the bright pink spikes from New South Wales to start turning it up. Terry Fragidakis on the outside going well as well.
So as we come down the straight, who have we got here, Lynchy?
That's Michael Mullet, but watch for Christian in the pink spikes. He's going to come home late. Here he comes.
Michael Mullet just going to take this one home, but the New South Wales lad there's coming on. It's Christian Foster. Can he get there? No, but on the inside,
wow.
Michael Mullet has taken it home.
What a time.
47.54. What a wonderful result, and you can see the emotion there as he puts his hand in his head. He is the national champion.
Stoked. That is an absolute massive. 47.52 officially. 47.98 for Christian Foster. 48.10 for Terry Fragidakis. That's 1 to Victoria, 2nd and 3rd to New South Wales.
So you said there Christian Foster would be able to come home strong there, but he just he hit the wall there with a little bit to go. He did well, but he just didn't have enough.
Just not enough room. He ran out of space.
So you are listening to the live stream or watching the live stream here for Sydney Track Classic 2014. And we have a hashtag Tartan Couch. We'll get Robbo onto that in a moment. He's trackside, giving us all the vibe and energy down there. We've got the men's under 18 results going up on the screen there, so it is official. Michael Mullet, don't ignore that New South Wales. He is from Victoria, and he's pumped. 2 PBs for the first 2 athletes. I'm sure a PB for 3rd place. Well done to those boys. Stepping it up on the big stage in front of the huge crowd we've got here for the Sydney Track Classic. So you see there, Lynchy, there's Clyde down trackside there with Robbo. Got one of the best seats in the house, I'd say. And we've got the women under 17, 400 metres. All right, Cassandra Hopkins in lane 2. Katrina Lamas in 3. Lucy Fife. Sarah Billings in lane 5. Hannah Schlecht
in 6. Alexia Luzu, lane 7. Madison Hurst in 8. And Ashley Hardisty from lane 9.
Just to give you a bit of a heads up, there has been a massive storm that swept through Sydney Olympic Park Athletic Centre, and we are a little bit behind time. We have revised schedules, so if you want to go onto Athletics Australia's website, they'll give you some information up there as well. So we've got the women's under 17, 400 metres coming up. The javelin is getting underway at the moment, and after that we've got the women's 1500 metre wheelie event.
That's right. I've seen a few of these practice javelins hitting the B qualifying mark, so that's not too bad in your warm-up, but you haven't even started the real competition yet.
So have a stab at it, Lynchy. Who's going to win this?
Sarah Billings. Lane 5. Victoria. They might do all of these 400s.
So we've got a couple of Queenslanders, 3 Victorians, New South Wales, and an ACT girl on the inside, and a WA on the outside.
They're going to stand them up because the gun doesn't look like it's working. And they did.
And what going through your mind right now, you've set yourself for the start of the race, Lynchy, and all of a sudden you've got to stand up.
Well, if I was in that position, I'm sure running through my head was, why haven't they started me already? And that's one of the worst things to think of, because all of a sudden they might say set and you're off. So hopefully the girls can recenter themselves and find that concentration and focus again. All right, they're back down.
So here we go, the women's 400 metre under 17s. This is a final, the national final here. We've got some rescheduled events till tomorrow as well. But this one is run tonight. You can see wet track. There's the ACT girl, Cassandra Hopkins on the inside, and they're away. Queenslander
Nice,
there in
clean
lane
start.
5 doing well. A couple of Victorians out front. You look out there through Alana Laurel going well too as they come into the back straight.
Very even at the moment. Possibly the athlete in lane 4, Lucy Fife. She is ripping down this back straight, but Billings has moved up on Hannah Schlecht. But I think Lucy Fife is in the best running at the moment, hitting the 200 metres. This is where this race is actually won or lost. The athlete on the outside, very well running from the Queenslander.
So as we come into the final straight there, Billings well out in front, but the Queenslander not too far away. Hurst on the outside. But look at Billings. She's going to do this easy. Sarah Billings from Victoria. She's almost hitting the wall, but kicking on there. She's going to take this one out by 10, maybe 15 metres. And it's a time of 54.75.
What a run. Lane 7 from Queensland, Madison Hurst in second. Hard to split the next 2 athletes for the bronze. Madison Hurst, there she is, 56.03 for the bronze medal. Ashley Hardisty taking out the bronze. Congratulations, they're your national championship medalists.
So we've got another. This will be the under
18.
Under 18s.
That's right. All right, there's a very special athlete in this next race. Very, very promising all-round sprinter from New South Wales. I picked the winner in that one. I don't think I'm going to try and pick the winner again.
And just before we get this one, we'll just quickly go down trackside to Robbo with all the energy as the girls go past.
Welcome back, and here we are, trackside. Some great action happening already out here by the juniors, and we're looking forward to the action really hotting up. I just want to read through a couple of tweets that are coming through here, and this is one from Gabrielle Upton, MP, the Minister for Sport and Recreation and the member for Vaucluse, and she says, great to join current and future Olympians tonight at the Sydney Track Classic. Good luck, athletes. And she's got a lovely photo in there as well, so great to have Gabrielle Upton here as well, MP. Simon White, STC14, he's used the hashtag. Now that's a crowd. He says, great to see so many sports fans out on a Saturday. And it is great. We know that there's plenty on the sporting plate this evening. We've got AFL just over here. We've got Rugby League happening. There's Formula One down in Melbourne. It's a huge weekend for sports. And a big thank you for tuning in to the home of athletics here at the Athletics Australia live stream. We're really going to be heating things up pretty soon, looking for some Commonwealth Games qualifiers. Me personally, and Clyde's told me as well, we want to see some A qualifiers tonight. Looks like we've got some more action. Going to throw it back up to Mossy and Lynchy in the grandstand.
Keep an eye out. Jessica Thornton, lane 6. Very talented athlete. She could take the 1, 2, 4 double here at the Australian Junior Championships. PB of 53.90. Meet records 53.65. Could she do it today?
Here's Thornton out strong. She's looking strong and on the inside there. The Tasmanian's looking like she's going to fall back in this one. It's going to be a conclusion already. You can see her absolutely smashing it out in front.
Look at that. She has passed all the lanes on her outside already. She's left Maddie Scott from Tasmania in her wake. But there's an athlete trying to stay on her shoulder, hopefully not working too hard than she needs to. But Jessica Thornton, she's a strong runner. And I think the race is almost over. Still 150 metres to go.
So you've got Thornton there. She's going to win this one. Walters is trying to hang on the inside as well. There's Andrews Poole not too far away from New Zealand. Look at this. She is smoking along here in the home straight. As you predicted it there, Jessica Thornton. She is going to strip the rings off this field. On the outside, Shannon Carey will take up the minor places. But Jessica Thornton, easy in lane 6. And they're coming across to the minor places, 54.65.
Well done. New Zealand second. Western Australia in third. Congratulations. The Western Australian contingent were going wild for that athlete, finishing very fast. Well done to Jessica Thornton. I think she saw Sarah Billings win before and wanted to win by even more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Can.
I'm down for a guest interview in a second, mate.
Good.
He's followed by University Games champion Martin Lipia.
Thank you very much. Action's just starting to heat up. We've got the men's javelin field being introduced, and this is going to be a cracker. They've switched the javelin around to hopefully aid some big throws out here. And this is an event especially, I just mentioned earlier, I want to see some A qualifiers tonight. And I'm looking at Hamish Peacock, one of the Tassie tossers. Hamish has thrown right up 79.90 earlier this year. We just heard the Kiwi, Stuart Farquhar, introduced as well, obviously an Olympic finalist in London. We've got Benny Baker, Luke Can from Victoria, Cruz Hogan from over in the West. Now, he threw a B qualifier at the Perth Track Classic a few weeks ago. Ben Langton-Burrell, another Kiwi. Martin Lippiat, Queensland. He's fresh from calling the action up there at the Queensland State Champs. And Matthew Outson in New South Wales as well. We saw a great competition at the Hunter Track Classic with the men's jav. The boys were pushing themselves all the way, and I think it's going to be another good one tonight. We should hopefully see lots of Bs, and hopefully let's get those As as well. Not far away from our next event, and we're looking ahead to what's coming up. I'll just look at my amended sheet. After the men's jav, we're going to be introducing the women's 1500 metre wheelchair, and I'm really keen to see how that one goes. Christy Dawes, who's from up in Newcastle, she'll be there being pushed along by Maddie Di Rosario and Angie Ballard, and all of those guys have all got A qualifiers so far as well, so they're looking to secure those 3 spots for the Glasgow Com Games. Coming up after that, we're going to kick things off in the women's long jump with Brooke Stratton. Look out for her to fly, and then the men's 100 metres ambulant. But I'm going to just throw it back up to the boys now, and they'll have a little look and talk us through what's happening in the jav.
Sydney Track Classic for 2014.
Thanks very much there, Robbo. Trackside all night. Hashtag Tartan Couch. Don't forget to do that. We see there the men's javelin. We see Luke Can throwing one out there. He's already thrown a few B qualifiers. We've got 6 guys who've thrown B qualifiers so far.
Right. 72
this
metres
season.
60. That's the B qualifier. Still getting warm-up throws. I saw a couple go over the warm-up. So I think we're going to see some great throwing. They've got a little tailwind to their back. We'll see some excellent performances from the lads out there in the javelin.
As far as the javelin goes, I know the discus guys like to go into a headwind. Would it be the same for the jav?
I'm sure I've heard that there are different types of javelins. So you might get a tailwind, you can whip out your tailwind jav, and if you've got a headwind, you bring out a different javelin. I'm pretty sure They like a bit of a tailwind. It makes them run a bit faster.
I like to see that last one there, Lynchy, with the different colours going around, and when it's in the air, spinning beautiful.
Oh, it's one of my
I think a
favourite
bit of
javelins.
neon lights would be great.
There's another one. Look at that. And that was well over the B qualifier in his warm-up.
So we've got the women's 1,500 metre wheelchair event coming up now. We've got Rosie Little, so she's going to be in there. Angela Ballard, Jemima Moore, Madison de Rosario, Christy Dawes. So we've got a few girls here. Ballard would be the favourite. She's run 2 A qualifiers. Dawes as well. She'd be one of them up there. She's run 3, and Madeline with 2 as well. So this will be a fast race and quite a competitive one here. So we're all set to go here in the women's 1,500 metre wheelchair event on the Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic 2014. You can see there on the screen, we've got the guys from the, looks like the javelin or the high jump javelin guys.
Shaking hands before the race. Good luck, lads. Throw big.
And we've got
All right, here we go. Now, these guys, they're not going to go as fast at the start as our able-bodied athletes, but they will come flying home, and a lot of times they will actually go faster.
Make a prediction here, Lynchy.
Well, if I go, Christy Dawes has got 3 A qualifiers. That will be the safe pick. But I'm going to go Madison de Rosario from the Western Australian Institute of Sport. She's got 2 qualifiers, and I think she'll go very well tonight.
So the qualifier 3:45 flat or 4 flat for the B qualifier
That's
as well.
right.
So as I said, we've got 3 A qualifiers there. So very strong Australia in the wheelchair events.
Now, I don't think the wet track's going to affect these athletes as much, but their grip on the wheel with their hands, not sure how much the water affects that. We've got to...
So we're all set to get underway here. And they're off.
Oh, fast start on the outside there.
Nice and fast on the outside there as we're underway in the women's 1,500 metre wheelchair.
Christy Dawes. They're settling in now. There's a couple of kids down the back straight sliding down the wet hill on some beanbags. They're having a bit of fun.
So Dawes out in front there. All the other girls just tucking in behind as well. You see there, they're going on the outside. Not an easy thing to do. It's
no, you find that they'll hit something as they hit the straight, and that actually straightens out their wheel, tuned to turn at the exact degree that our tracks are made.
So coming around here in the first lap, we've got De Rosario out in front, 47 minutes. We'll just throw this one down to Robbo.
Yeah, thanks, boys. This is a great little race here, and we've got the cream of female wheelchair racing here in Australia, and I'm a proud Novocastrian these days, and I'll give Christy Dawes a little shout. Her husband, Andrew Dawes, is the coach of Christy and Kurt Fernley and a number of other elite wheelchair athletes here in Australia. And look, I think we're going to see probably the qualifiers take the first 3 spots in this. Angie Ballard, Christy Dawes and Maddie de Rosario. Now, they got their A qualifiers 2 apiece at the GIO Summer Series, Summer Down Under in January. That was in Canberra. They had back-to-back meets, and but all the girls managed to get under the 3:45 qualifying standard. They'll be looking to consolidate those performances here on the track tonight, and we can see behind us here, that's Ballard, De Rosario, and there's Christy Dawes in a pretty good spot there as they come around.
In front there, you can see we've got Ballard, De Rosario, and Christy Dawes touching in behind there. We've got the 3 favourites for this event. Dawes with 3 A qualifiers so far, Ballard with 2, and De Rosario with 2 once again as well. The girls in behind there, we've got Jemmy Moore and Rosie Little. They're not too far away. They're starting to up the ante now. Dawes looking for a nice little position coming up. They're up to the... So they're coming around this final bend for the second last time. Obviously with 2 laps remaining. You can see Christy Dawes just tucking in behind. De Rosario trying to add to that A qualifier so far.
That's right.
What do you think, Lynchy? Is this all about the mental edge when it comes to Glasgow?
I think it could be tactics. Christy Dawes riding really close behind Maddie De Rosario. They've received the bell. They've got to get home in sub 4 minutes for a B qualifier and sub 3:45 to get the A. Dawes and De Rosario trailing down to the back straight for the final time. Angie Ballard approximately 15 metres back there. Madison De Rosario is going to lead them in to the final bend.
So De Rosario, she's out in front. Christy Dawes starting to push hard as well, but De Rosario, she's looking good. She's looking really good here.
Up.
Angie Ballard, we thought she was one of the favourites. She's gone.
Christy Dawes has moved out wide. Very fast. She looks like she might have got the inside here.
Well, De Rosario hanging on there. She's going to pull away from Dawes. Ballard way back.
Very close to the A qualifier.
De Rosario, she's through. 33:46. Unofficial. Dawes, Ballard coming in now. We've got Rosie Little. And
we'll
finish up, we have Jemima Moore. So
we'll
a great race
for the
there.
Official time there. The wheelchairs don't set up the photo finish as well as they do the able-bodied athletes. So we will find out what the official time is. I think she might have snuck under 3:45 and got there it is, 3:44.86. She's got herself another A qualifier.
Wow, that's 3 A qualifiers. So she does now join Christy Dawes, who's got 3 as well. And Angie Ballard, she's going to have to pick it up.
They certainly did. Angie Ballard under a B as well, so she's got a B to go with the Ray. 3:45.42 for Christy Dawes. 3:55 a B qualifier for Rosemary Little.
So just looking at the men's javelin now, we've got a number of guys with B qualifiers. Hamish Peacock, one of the best in the land, not throwing tonight.
Good moustache there for the Queensland athlete. And here comes Matthew Outson. He's got some B qualifiers. Yeah, he's going to throw it out there tonight, I think.
He's a bit of a gun as a young fella.
That's right.
Hasn't really gone on like we thought he would from Westfield Sports High. He's got himself some B qualifiers as well. So all we need is one guy to really throw one out there, get the A qualifier.
As soon as we get an A, we can send 2 B qualifiers. Here he goes. Big early throw. Just over 65 metres. Close to the B qualifying line. That's the red line. The A qualifying is 81. That's the yellow line. All right, just warming up. You find some of these javelin throwers are possibly the most powerful athletes out there.
How do you become a javelin thrower? That's what I want to know.
You find a lot of baseballers pick it up. It's kind of the same action because it's more of a sidearm throw as opposed to an overarm cricket throw. But you've got Cruz Hogan up next from the Western Australian Institute of Sport. Does have a big throw in that right arm of his. Let's see him launch one out there.
So flying one out there. How far can he go? He's well short of that B qualifier there.
Just around 65 metres. Not sure if this wind is too strong. Maybe it's pushing the javelins down. Maybe we can get one of the javelin throwers up here later to let us know what their favourite weather is.
So in the javelin, they get 6 throws, 6 attempts at trying to launch one out there beyond the yellow line. You're predicting we might see one tonight.
Oh, really hope so. You want to see an 81-metre throw.
So whilst the javelin's there, we've got another race coming up. So it's the men's 100-metre ambulant.
Stuart Farquhar from New Zealand. That is a big throw. He's using my favourite type of javelin. Oh, just short, agonisingly short of the B qualifying mark from our New Zealand visitor.
Righto, we've got Robbo trackside with our winner and runner-up of the women's.
Yeah, thanks very much,
meters.
Mossy and Lynchy. And I'm joined down here by first and second in the women's 1,500 metres. It's Christy Dawes and Maddie De Rosario. And congratulations, guys. Maddie, I'll start with you. You're in the wet. That must have sort of made it a bit tougher down there.
It is. It gets pretty slippery in the wet for us, so we're kind of all trying to prepare for it about 5 minutes before. But it turns out all right. I don't think anyone slipped too much.
Yeah, awesome. And Chris, what about yourself there? I saw you, pushing all the way to the end. Maddie had a great race, and you were right there on her heels.
Yeah, she does a lot more track than I do, and she's a lot stronger. So to be within half a second, I was actually pretty happy with that tonight.
Yeah, awesome. Now, you guys both got a couple of A qualifiers in the bag already, and that's really great ahead of the Nationals coming up. What you guys may not realise is that this is the mascot for the Glasgow Com Games. And Chris, I'm going to get you just to hold. This is Clyde. So say good day to Clyde. And Maddie, this is the tartan hat that you can put on later on if you like and see how that goes. But this is the Scottish theme we're having around here for the tartan couch. But guys, you obviously that's the big thing this year. Get over to Glasgow.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit undecided at the moment. It's, you know, when you've got a child, and it's a little bit hard when big team events don't allow for sort of cater for families. So it's actually looking fairly doubtful that I'll be able to get there despite having done the qualifiers. So it's a bit disappointing, but focus on the marathons and stick with that. But
wonder if we can get the marathon pushed through into the Com Games. Surely, I think has it been in there before? You'd think it would be there.
No, I don't think so, mate.
Let's push it. I'll get onto the phone to Glasgow tonight. Maddie, you must be pretty fired up to get away over to Glasgow for the Com Games.
It'll be cool. Our team hasn't been selected yet, but it'll be something I'm looking forward to.
Don't worry, I've just selected you. Don't worry. Girls, thank you very much, and great race again. Go and dry off, and thanks very much. Back to you boys up in the commentary box.
All right, Benjamin Baker just launching one out there in the javelin. Not happy with that one. Just a warm-up throw. Maybe too high.
Former national champ from the mid-north coast.
That's right, Foster boy, I think.
Yeah, he lives in the region near a creek. Robbo will be able to tell us. But that's
all right, up next, Langton Burnell, out New Zealand visitor as well. Let's see if we can get one out there. Big throw. Oh, another one nice and close, out near the 70-metre mark. All right, so what we got? The men's ambulant, 100 metres. Oh, we've got the South Australian Institute in lane 2, Victoria in 3, Queensland in 4, South Australia in 5, ACT in 6, New South Wales 7, Victorian Institute in 8, and another South Australian Institute of Sport athlete in lane 9. Now, in the ambulant races, you will find it's not always the fastest person in the race, the first person over the line. We come back as they are all different classifications. You're going to find out who wins a little bit after the race. So you might find 4th winning the race. Athletes are on their marks. Gun is up. Great start from Gabriel Cole. And he's just gapping the field. But the athlete is on his outside from South. What a finish. Oh, 10.99 with a 1.1 metre tailwind. It's sprinting conditions out there. Even with a wet track, that's a great time.
And with a 1.1 tailwind there, so that's a good one.
That's not bad. I bet the sprinters outside are licking their lips to get amongst this. Well done.
So that was Chad Perris there. From the ACT.
As from the ACT, just pipping Gabrielle Cole on the line. But like we said before, it's not necessarily the first over the line. We're going to compare their times to the world record and find a percentage. And the best percentage will take out the win.
And I love the look of that tailwind, Lynchy. We've got the big one, Breen and Pearson, which isn't at the end of the meet.
No, it isn't, because they're going to do a 200 against each other. Now, don't forget, Sally just got off the plane from Sopot in Poland. All right, here's Matthew Outson again in the javelin. No, we've not. We've lost him. But that is a big... Oh, that's a better throw this time.
Yeah,
I think
it looks
he's going
like
to warm up. Warming that arm up.
We've got the women's 5,000 metres, not too far away. The A qualifier, 15.10.
There we go. There's the official times. 10.97. Gabrielle Cole, 11.01. And Nicholas Hum, 11.17. The sun looks like it's coming out. Down the back straight, there's a few beanbags watching the women's long jump, getting a bit of sun. All right, here's Cruz Hogan from the Western Australian Institute of Sport. Having another throw. That's a much better throw. A big shout using my favourite spinny javelin. That's the official term. It is a spinny javelin or a twirly javelin. Cruz Hogan, @_Cruz Hogan. A lot of these athletes will find that they have their Twitter name on the back of their number. So if you feel like following them on Twitter, you can. Don't forget to use the hashtag Tartan Couch if you want to chat to us, and the hashtag STC14. Get amongst the conversation.
And there you go. You got Farquhar there, big, broad shoulders, and it looks like matching there, Lynchy, with the red on his jav.
Yeah, the red on the jav, red on the singlet.
Here he goes. He's going to launch one out here. A big throw.
Oh,
he's on the offer. It looks like it's going to be.
He's
just
getting
short
closer and
of a B
closer.
qualifier. And I think he's just seen a duck.
If the B qualifier is 72.60, that looks like it's 72.59.
Oh, would you be disappointed with that one?
Oh, mate.
So don't forget there, the hashtag Tartan Couch or STC14. But if you'd like to get involved with the live stream, you want to go hashtag Tartan Couch, and Robbo will keep you up to date.
Right.
And the men's jav still going as the women's 5,000 metres is not too far away as well. And Kate Spencer, she's run a B qualifier so far. She'd have to be one of the favourites for that event.
That's right.
345 for an A qualifier, 4 flat for the B.
That's right. But she's also done a 5K on Wednesday night at the Australian Junior Championship, so she's already got a 5K under her belt. Got a few good athletes. Jackie Arison from Queensland, a former American athlete, was our sole female 5K representative at the 2013 World Championships.
We've also got Bridie Delaney in the mix as well. She's the current women's cross-country champion for Australia, so plenty of runners out there, and it might suit Bridie in the wet as well.
That's right. Victoria Mitchell from New South Wales gunning for a few qualifiers. Madeline Heiner, who made her comeback at the Hunter Track Classic in the steeplechase. But we can't forget from Kenya, Mercy Chirono, a medalist at the 2013 World Championships. So you should find her putting in a massive race and hopefully pulling a few of our girls, hopefully to some A's.
You saw Benny Baker just rip one out there, not happy once again. He's not having a good night, Benny. He might bounce back.
I did just hear Eloise Wellings having a dig in this. She has also run a B qualifier. Now, the B qualifier is 15:47.50, and the A qualifier is 15:10.
So Eloise, a late starter there, Lynchy.
That's right. Eloise Wellings, she's on the board. She's not on our sheets. I guess she didn't want anyone to know she's running, but she is out there.
So we're about to get things underway here in the women's 5,000 metres. As we said, A qualifiers 15:10, so we'll keep an eye on that. Here we go, on the line.
There is Mercy Toronto on the outside.
And they're off and racing here. There'll be a nice bunch to start with.
Eloise
Plenty of action
Wellings
going with the elbows too.
Madeline Heiner moving out to the front very early. Eloise Wellings settling in. Mercy Toronto on the outside. The girls looks like they're sorting each other out and they're going to settle down.
See there, Eloise Wellings on the inside there. It's leading out in front.
Is none other than Genevieve Lacaze, the steeplechase representative from the 2012 Olympic Games. She is doing the pacemaking duties tonight. There she is in the number 5. Eloise Wellings in the number 6, obviously a late starter. Maddie Heiner and Mercy Chirono, the Kenyan.
Yeah, she's looking good there, Chirono, as well as Lacaze. Lacaze rather out in front. Eloise Wellings just tucking in behind her, doing it nice and easy well, but wouldn't say they're bunched up. We've got some dropping off the back as well. Plenty of wet tonight. If you've just joined us here on the Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic live stream, there's a really big thunderstorm that gave a lot of rain as well. And it's just starting to dry up as the sun's starting to come back in. So Eloise Wellings tucking behind the pacemaker, Lacaze.
You'll find they're going to get stretched out as the pacemaker pulls them through. Hopefully going for a good pace and hopefully getting a couple of A qualifiers. All right, 76-second first lap. Hopefully Jen Lacaze has got them on pace.
Victorian champ over the distance, and indeed Mercy.
Come and get me out here.
Silver medalist for World Championships last year.
All right, they come onto the straight again. Genevieve Lacaze, Eloise Wellings, Madeline Heiner, Mercy Chirono, Lauren Fleshman on the inside. Meg Boscombe in there as well. Mercy Chirono taking a very easy medalist from the 2013 World Champs. There's Jen Lacaze, very relaxed. There's Kate Spencer. This is her second 5K within a week. She took out the Australian Under-20 Junior Championships. Let's see if she can get any more.
Okay, we've got Robbo trackside.
Box seat, and Mercy Chirono. It's just fantastic to have a world-class athlete from Kenya there in third place at the moment. Going back, you'll see Maddie Heiner in the field there. She's been doing some amazing things so far this season. Bridie Delaney, she's one to watch, fresh from the state champs win for New South Wales in the 800 metres, and she'll be pushing on towards the back there. We've got Millie Clark, originally from Tasmania and a big fan of the pug dog. Follow her on Twitter at Millie Clark. And 12 and a half laps here, and you know, you want to pace this one evenly. It's going to be interesting to see how long Genevieve Lacaze does do the work here for the girls. But Elsie Wellings, she's looking very comfortable at the moment. She came off a 15:26.12 at Yusuf Abdi's Bankstown meet just over a week ago, and that was a B qualifier. Kate Spencer's the only other qualifier at this stage with a 15:46 to take out the New South Wales state champs. They come through 3:03.21 on the clock, and we've got 10 laps to go, so that's 3:03 for the first K.
15:10 for the Commonwealth Games.
And we'll see how this pace goes. It looks to be pretty comfortable at the moment. You know, wet track. They're just taking their time, letting the pacemaker do the work, and look for some fireworks to start to happen in the middle stages of this race. It is a class field. Cami Buscombe from New Zealand also in there. Lauren Fleshman from the States. Vic Mitchell usually loves to jump over the steeples and the hurdles. She's getting adjusted to the flats here tonight. And as we mentioned, Kate Spencer doing great things in the juniors and also the seniors rank, so she's having a huge week.
National junior champion Kate Spencer sitting just on the back of that pack. She won the national juniors earlier.
It's going to be interesting to see how Kate Spencer goes in this race, coming off her win in the national juniors during the week. Obviously, she'll have some work in her legs. But can she just hold on here and hopefully match it with the girls? As we see Lacaze, Wellings, Chirono, Buscombe, Maddie Heiner and Bridie Delaney. That's your top 6 with 9 laps to go. And we're starting to see a little bit of a gap back to O'Donnell and Millie Clark there, bringing up the back of the field. Conditions are absolutely fantastic down here at the moment. It doesn't look like there's much wind at all, a tiny breath of wind. The rain clouds have all gone. It's clearing up, and you know, great event. I'm going to pass it back up now to Mossy and Lynchy, and boys, tell us how it's looking from your end.
All right, again, Genevieve Lacaze still in the pace. Eloise Wellings right behind her. Madeline Heiner and Mercy Chirono settling in very fast. 3:03 for the first K. Might need to be a little bit quick. Need to average at least 3:02 for every K to get under the A qualifier. 15:10 for the A qualifier, 15:45 or 15:47.50 for the B.
So Lacaze just out in front there. She's the pacer tonight. Eloise Wellings. She's going well, looking nice and strong. The Kenyan girl there, Mercy Chirono. We would expect her at some stage. She'll kick out. She's sitting nice and easy there. The athletes just doing it. We've got a little bit of a breakaway now. About 15 athletes out in front. 3 of them are dropping off at the back. And Millie Clark there doing a little bit tougher at the back end of the field. So you can see out in front, Lacaze. Well, she'll fall away. So Eloise Wellings, Chirozo. They're coming up to 2K. Not too far away. So Lacaze making sure that she's getting everything right there with the watch. You can see there Maddie Heiner not too far away. She's had a big week, Lynchy.
She does. All right, so 3:03 for the first K. Let's see what they hit. 2K in. There we go. Jen's pace to 2K. 3:06 for the second K. They are slowing down a little bit. 3:03, 3:06. I think hopefully they're aiming for a B. I think that A qualifier might be out of reach unless they start really turning up the pace. There's Genevieve Lacaze on camera. She's pulled out. So Eloise Wellings. That's a New Zealand athlete, Camille Buscombe.
So Buscombe not too far away.
Third. All right, so you got Eloise Wellings leading them through for 7 laps to go. Mercy Chirono, New Zealand athlete, Buscombe Then you've got Madeline Heiner and Bridie Delaney in 5th place.
So we've got a single file now. We've got about 11 athletes in that. Eloise Welling doing all the hard work from Toronto. And as we said, they're tucking in behind Buscombe, Madeline Heiner as well. So they're the 4. Bridie Delaney not too far away, coached by Scott Westcott. An elite marathoner, won the Nagoya half marathon last week. He took down one of the big Japanese runners. Very, very impressed by that. As they come around, we're now 7:26 into this, and we've got 7 laps remaining.
All right, looks like a little gap it's creating between Eloise Wellings and Mercy Toronto. Mercy Toronto moving up on the outside shoulder of Wellings as they come into the straight. We've got the female pole vaulters down here warming up, and some javelins still going on here. They're coming in. Toronto pushing very wide, asking Eloise Wellings, are you ready to take this out? And Mercy Toronto's taking the lead. 6 laps to go, 2.4 kilometres left.
So at this stage here, you wonder whether Wellings can hang on, but Toronto's going. She's gone. Okay, this race, we know from here it's going to be won by Toronto, but the question is, can Eloise Wellings take it out from Buscombe, who's not too far away? Maddie Heiner tucking in behind as well.
That's right, makes it tough now. Eloise Wellings left in no man's land now. Mercy Toronto's just turned it on. Wellings is left with 15 metres to the athlete in front and another 30 metres back to the athlete behind her. So a couple of moves, though. One of the ladies in the pink-coloured shorts moving up. That's Kate Spencer in the pink singlet at the back there. There's Kate Spencer. Emily Briacek making the move up onto Eloise Wellings.
So you see on the screen there, Eloise Wellings. Great comeback story. She's looking to leave a mark in Toronto. Just doing it nice and easy, that wonderful Kenyan style. Nice and upright, doing it easy. Look at that.
Oh, just
beautiful,
a class runner.
Just beautiful foot strike. We're just about coming up to 3Ks. The 9-minute mark clicks over. So we're going to have 4 laps remaining after this one. The real question for us is...
She certainly has. That's a 3-minute K there. From a 3:03 to 3:06, Mercy Toronto's decided that the pace was just not good enough, and she's winding it up herself.
So as we look at those tucked in behind there, do you think Eloise Wellings can hang on here, Lynchy?
Oh, I don't know. Emily Briacek moves right up behind her. Madeline Heiner seems to have made the move, so Buscombe is pushing out of the back. Kate Spencer going past the New Zealand athlete down to the back straight, but Mercy Toronto's just in a race on her own.
So there's probably about a 100-metre gap there, and we're just going to be following Eloise Wellings, Briacek, Heiner, Spencer coming around there, Buscombe, and Harrison as well. 10 minutes gone. Toronto's going to win this. She'll take it out easy. As you can see there, the gap that she's placed on the field here in the wet in the Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic 2014. We might just throw it down to Robbo on the track side. He's got Jen Lacars with him.
Rift Valley in Kenya, 4 laps remaining now, stretch and clear of the field. Interesting battle forming back there for the New South Wales athletes. Wellings, Briacek, Heiner's there, Spencer the junior.
Yeah, thanks guys. I'm joined down here by the pacemaker. She thought she had the day off from here on, and I've got her to do a bit of commentary for us. Great work out there, a couple of Ks, you just took that in your stride.
Yeah, I was trying to help out a good friend Eloise and a few other girls that are out there trying to run a good time, but just popped out a quick 2K, but I'm going to go do a session now, so it's not over yet.
All right, so you can't go and have a hot dog yet. Now tell me, what's it like running out there tonight? The conditions, no wind at the moment, seems pretty good, a little bit wet still though.
Yeah, honestly, the Angels are looking over this track because I was here, when the storm hit, and it was just, I didn't think they'd put us out there, but yeah, it's beautiful out there, the wind's low. The temperature's perfect and it's a fast track.
Awesome. Now tell us what's next for you, steeple-wise. When's your next big race?
So I'll do Melbourne Track Classic. I'm going to do the, I think an 800 after that. But the big one obviously is Nationals in April. And yeah, I'll look to do the steeple, open it up on a big one.
Perfect. Well, we look forward to cheering you on. Look, if you can hang around for another couple of laps, we'll bring these guys home. And look, a legend out there in front, Mercy Toronto. Must have been a real thrill to share the track with her.
Hey, I'm just going to put on my Twitter bio that I paced her.
Yeah, there you go. And while we're talking about Twitter, where can we find you?
Jen_Lacars.
And can we just clear this up? It is Lacars, as in broom broom cars, not Lacays, as in crazy or K's.
No, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that call me Lacrazy, but it is Lacars, so we might have to spread the word all over track and field because everyone gets it wrong.
There you go. Oh, well, these things happen, but talk us through the rest of the field. You know, we looked at the start list, and it was littered with Australian talent as well as Mossy Chirono. Kate Spencer, you know, took out the juniors during the week. How's she feeling right now?
I mean, I can't tell you how she's feeling, but she looks great. She's had so many great races. Also, another girl out there, Jackie Harrison. I raced her in college over in America, so it's another familiar face out here. But all these girls, just absolutely phenomenal athletes. So it's a great field.
Needs your support to keep on this impressive standard. The Kenyan.
So 800 to go here for Mossy. You want to put a time out there? What do you think she's aiming for?
Oh, I'm going to say she's going to go low 15, 15.05, 15.10.
We now see in Wellings.
We've only got the 2 B qualifiers from the Aussies so far with Elsie Wellings and Kate Spencer. We'll see how they're going. Here's the group here.
Yeah, a really nice tight pack here, full of great athletes. So at least Eloise has got a good lot of girls around her to finish this 800.
What about Maddie Heiner this year? You know, she's just come from the wilderness and came out and blitzed it up there at the Hunter Track Classic, and everything she's done since has been amazing.
Honestly, the great thing about it is, you know, she may have seemed to drop off, but she kept at it. She kept working hard, and yeah, she's back stronger than ever. So good on her.
And she got the Com Games qualifier, I'm pretty sure, in 06, and then just, you know, had a bit of time away from the sport. She's come back and just really freshened up, and I think I'm going to look for her here to put in a great finish. It's going to be interesting to see how Kate Spencer can just hold up here. Elsie looks just ultra comfortable as she has the whole race.
Yeah, Eloise has just got such a relaxed style. She'll probably just sit in there. She's actually been finishing rather strong lately, so I think that's her forte. So maybe she can use that in the last lap.
As we see 50 metres to go, Mossy Chirono, the legend from Kenya, and here she comes looking to smash the 14-minute mark. Sorry, one more lap to go. I'm getting a little ahead of myself there. Potential world lead, we're hearing. 400 to go, less than
10. I might have been right with a 15.10.
On the comeback trail, haven't seen him since 2006 in a World Cross Country performance.
15.10 is the A qualifier for the Aussies here. 15.47.50 is the B. As Maddie Heiner, Elsie Wellings, Brickachek, and there's Kate Spencer just not giving in. You're going to pick the first finisher out of that group there, Jen?
Yeah, well, Heiner does have the steeple strength behind her, and she's pulling away a little bit, but I would never, ever doubt Eloise for a second. She's holding on, and I mean, Emily and is that Kate Spencer? They're all going to hold on, so this is going to be a really phenomenal finish.
As we see Mossy Chirono, she's only got 100 to go now.
Three-times gold medalist as a youth and junior.
The crowd has just got on their feet. Huge applause for the Kenyan legend.
Watch the clock.
There's 15 minutes. She is going to annihilate 15.10.
63 last lap.
63 last lap.
That'll be a world lead for the Kenyan.
And we're hearing that's a world lead for the Kenyan. Mossy Chirono here at the Sydney.
Heiner down the back, home straight, sorry.
Yeah, Maddie Heiner. As predicted, Jen, she's very strong there.
Yeah, there's a steeple strength right there.
We're not going to see an A qualifier, but she's going to smash the B.
Yeah, Emily's coming in strong too, with Kate right behind her, and Eloise didn't let the gap get too big.
B standard there for Madeline Heiner. Same for Brickachek and Spencer. Wellings will cross inside the B standard.
So 4 Bs there. Camille Buscombe from New Zealand comes across. 15.42. That's another Com Games B. Jackie Harrison, Vic Mitchell.
Yep, 15. These are all solid times. Everyone's done under 16, so you can't find that in many races.
Well, I hope they shout you an orange juice, Jen, because you've just pulled them along to 4 Com Games B qualifiers. Well done.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go duck off, do a session real quick. I need to get better seeing all that.
Thanks for spending time with us. We look forward to catching you at Melbourne in a week and then at Nationals as well. Happy training.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Cheers. Thanks for spending time on the Tartan couch. That was Genevieve Lacars. Don't get that wrong again. And we're going to cover the final finishes here as we see Millie Clark coming home. .5 Ks, 12.5 laps, round and round the track. And these girls have worked extremely hard tonight. A great win there for Mercy Toronto, and didn't the crowd just come alive? That's really stepped things up a notch here. I'm going to take it up to the boys, back up into the commentary box. Over to you, Mossy.
Wow, there, Lynchy. What was that 4 B qualifiers that I saw?
That was a cracking race. World lead from Mercy Toronto, and she brought our girls home as well. Plenty of B qualifiers and PBs as well.
Unbelievable stuff there. I think it was Wellings the last one who got the B qualifiers coming over.
The New Zealand athlete.
Yeah,
well under. I actually don't know what their qualifiers are, but
she could have run their A qualifier for all we know.
Who knows? But Kate Spencer, massive PB. She's only 18. She ran the Junior Championship 5K during the week on Wednesday. Won that, so she could go to the Commonwealth Games or the World Juniors as her choice almost.
Yeah, and you can see there. Mercy Toronto absolutely smashed it out there.
All right, we've got the results up on the board. B qualifiers all the way back for the first 7 athletes. Jackie Arson from 15:45, sneaking under 7 athletes under the B qualifier. Well done, girls.
Well, isn't that going to set it up for the rest of the season?
Oh, mate, that's such a good cracking race. We can only take 2 B qualifiers to the Commonwealth Games, so we need one of those girls to sneak under the A, so we can take 3 athletes. But Madeline Heiner, what a story that is. She left the sport for 8 years, and she came back, and she's dropping B qualifiers. 8 years is a long time.
Well, in athletics, as far as a career goes, 8 years is a long time, let alone leaving it and then coming back.
That's right. At age 20, she qualified for the 2006 Commonwealth Games, but now she is made her way to the Glasgow. So we got Matthew Outzen. He threw a B qualifier while the 5K was on. Let's see if he can do another one.
There we go. He launches it up there, Matty Outzen,
like
but it's going to go well short. Not getting things right there, Outzen.
Dipping early. All right, Matthew Outzen leading just in front. Here we go. This looks like our other New Zealand visitor. While we're watching the javelin, they are setting up for possibly one of the most talked about events I've been speaking.
Look at this. We've got Langton Burnell, a fellow ginger.
It is.
And he's a good-looking one too.
He's a New Zealander. Wonder what their B qualifiers. Maybe we need some New Zealand lines out there.
That's right. If you can hashtag Tartan Couch or maybe hashtag Kiwi qualifiers. But let's just see how he goes now. Launching it out. That's huge, is it? He's just fallen short of an Australian A qualifier.
He's happy with it, though. He gives himself a little clap. He'll get it later.
Great stuff over there in the javelin. We'll try to cover every event that we possibly can tonight here on the Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic for 2014. And he looks like he's just waiting very closely to that one. It may be close to a B qualifier for New Zealand.
All right, here's Luke Can in the Victorian Institute of Sport colours, the dark blue, light blue and orange. All right, here we go. He's got a big throw. I know he's got a B qualifier to his name. Let's see if we can get one out. He's a lefty. A left-handed javelin thrower.
Well, this is what I've been talking about. You've got to be ambidextrous if you want to be a javelin thrower so you don't get too many injuries.
It's a very flat throw. Ooh, close. Is there a left-handed qualifier and a right-handed qualifier?
Should be.
Or are they exactly the same?
It's not madness, put it that way.
That's
it's
right.
not madness.
All right, they're setting up for the 110-metre hurdles too at the moment. Out on the track. 106.7 centimetres those hurdles are. But Stuart Farquhar, the New Zealand athlete, he dropped a B qualifier as well while the women's 5K was on.
A New Zealand B qualifier?
He threw an Australian. Maybe he's trying to get dual citizenship. We'll know. Who knows?
Oh, yes. Well.
He is an 80-metre thrower, though. Oh, he's got very close again. Not too happy with that one, though, Stuart. If you want to follow Stuart, he's got his Twitter name on the back of his shirt, Stuart_Farquhar. Maybe send him a tweet.
Everything's starting to excite up here trackside because we have the men's 110-metre hurdles not too far away. And we have some of the big guns here. David Oliver from USA. And we've got Sam Baines, who's run a couple of B qualifiers. And Nick Huff, one of the up-and-comers with a B qualifier too.
That's right. Sam Baines, last race before this year was in the 2010 World Junior Championships. He finished 4th in the final. His next race was 2012, and he ran a B qualifier. 4 years out of the sport.
Well, that's nothing. We've just heard about 8 years out of the sport.
That's right, 4 years. Madeline Heiner laughs at 4 years. Also, Nick Huff, he was a silver medalist at the 2012 World Juniors. So we've got some cracking junior hurdlers coming through, but they are up against the reigning 2013 World Champion, David Oliver. He is an absolute giant of a human.
Yes, he certainly is. And we'll be covering as much as we possibly can tonight. Some of the key events, not too far away, we will be having the men's 110-metre hurdles, as we said, but the women's 100 open. Mel Breen versus Sally Pearson.
Yeah,
we're probably about half an hour away from that one. That's going to be an absolute beauty.
Oh, just the two events, been speaking to a lot of the junior athletes, the two events they're most looking forward to is the 110-metre hurdles and the 100. And they're up next. So these guys are going to be having a feast of athletes. There they are, the 110-metre hurdlers. Ben Kongbutt from Victoria going over a few hurdles. Sam Baines in the middle there. Alrighty, guys. Now, don't forget David Oliver, the big American. Here's Benjamin Baker in the javelin, wearing the black of Essex Wests from Foster. He's launched it out there. That is a big javelin. Oh, that's over the B. He has got himself a B qualifier.
Of course, it's the...
That's just, look at the size of David Oliver. He's an absolute huge human.
You want me to
wearing the split shorts too. You got to get some room for your legs to get over those hurdles.
Do you want me to let you in on something, Lynchy?
Hey?
Do you want me to let you in on something about David Oliver that you don't know?
What don't I know about David Oliver?
He loves Oporto burgers.
Does he? How do you know that?
Because I was over there having a coffee and maybe one myself, and he was there.
He was there, was he?
He said he loved it.
Alrighty. The boys setting down now. I've been talking to Sam Baines. He's the athlete on the left of David Oliver. He's been training with Oliver during the week. He's one of our B qualifier athletes. They've got Nicholas Huff there, the other American, Joel Brown and Nick Huff just sharing a high five before the race. There's John Burstow in the light blue, Ben Kongbuck in the red, and Mitchell Tyso on the outside. Brett Watton, he was at Dark Horse from Perth Track Classic in lane 1, and his training partner Jack Conway in lane 2. Lanes to watch, though, lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6.
So if we take a look at David Oliver very early in the season, do you think one of the Aussies might be able to take him down?
Well, talking to Sam Baines during the week, he was equal with David Oliver over hurdles 4 and 5, and that's halfway through the race. If he could just keep a smooth, clean race all the way, who knows? I'd say David Oliver's maybe in 13.5 shape, so a little bit off his best, but that might be just enough to get our athletes over the line.
And of course, for the A qualifier, it's a 13.50 and a 13.91. We've already had, as we said there, Sam Baines with 2 B qualifiers and Nick Huff with 1.
All right, so there's the prize money, $4,000 for the winner of the men's 110-metre hurdles. That's not a little bad payday, but less than 14 seconds of work.
Have they got a spare lane out there, Lynchy?
Oh, they do. There's 12 of them. There's only 9 entered.
I haven't jumped the hurdles since under 10s, little athletics out there, Bathurst.
I think these might be a little bit higher than that. I think that's about your height when you were 10.
Yeah.
Please welcome the United States of America, David.
You see David Oliver just getting the introduction there, world champion. And he'll be looking for a great run tonight, taking home that $4,000 Australian dollars.
Oh. What's the exchange rate? You might not collect it till the exchange rate gets a bit better. Will he spend it on the Porto burgers?
Got no idea. Looks like in the javelin they're still throwing out.
On the screen, Sam Baines, there he is. Nicholas Huff has himself a few B qualifiers as well, wearing the New South Wales Institute of Sport uniform. Been talking to him during the week as well. He's very excited to be racing David Oliver. He's an intimidating figure. Not sure if he even fits in his lane very well. He's wide enough.
Well, a bit like Oliver as well. And the men's in the hurdles. You see there Oliver on the screen in lane 4. They're just bowed down. He's ready for this one. So
all right, the boys have been called to on their marks.
trackside. Next up. So look for Baines, Huff and Brown. Obviously Oliver out front. They've gone out really fast. Oliver's a little bit behind here. We've got Baines there pushing it out, but Oliver's out in front. Huff's trying to dig deep. He might come in second, but Oliver's out in front. Baines hanging on there. It looks like Oliver from Huff and Baines there. We've got a 13.40, which is an A qualifier.
Well done. He doesn't really need an A qualifier.
It's 13.40 for Oliver out in front. They will see how they came through Baines and Huff.
I think Huff may have just dipped Baines. Baines hitting a few hurdles just towards the end. But there's Oliver, very happy with one of his first runs of the season, very early. There it is. 13.65 for Huff, 13.69 for Baines. PBs for both of the boys. That's going to push them up the Australian all-time rankings list.
And Oliver went out a little bit slow, and you can see there he just mowed it on from halfway through and he just blew him away. And Huff even hitting the last hurdle there.
Well done, Jonathan Burstow. 14.13, Jack Conway, 14.18. Excellent work. And our dark horse, Brett Wadden, very close to his PB.
And we'll just go... No, we're not going trackside to Robbo. Surely he'll get an opportunity, as you can see here. David Oliver, so you can't see him, but he's saluting the crowd as we speak.
There he is.
As he just salutes in the replay.
Oh, signing autographs already, David Oliver. What a lucky fan, the first man to meet him.
Very Matt Lynch-like. Very Matt Lynch-like.
Straight to the crowd. Now, you've got to see the fans as soon as possible. I think he's walking down to the start line. He's going to run it again, I think.
Well, let's be honest, he's 4K richer.
He is. He's like, oh, the shirt's off. Is he going to flex for us? Look at him.
Now we're talking.
David
That's
Oliver.
Moss-like.
Oh, that's not what Matt Lynch does.
We've got a call for a yellow card. Listen, let's go down trackside with Robbo, who's got a couple of the Aussies. We've got Baines and Huff, who ran great runs tonight, including B qualifiers.
And PBs for both the lads. Well done. 13.65 for Nicholas Huff and 13.69 for Sam Baines. All right, here we go down trackside with Robbo.
Yes, thank you very much, boys. And look who I've run into here, Australia's best hurdlers at the moment. We've got Nick Huff and the Baines train, Sammy Baines and Huff. Mate, Huff and Puff, I tell you what, you boys are blowing a bit there, but how good is that to share a lane with Dave Oliver?
Oh, so good. There was so much adrenaline going through that race, so it's all a bit of a blur to me. Apart from the first hurdle, I can't really remember much else. Know that I collected a few and came away second, so it's great.
And another B qualifier for you, mate. That's the third one. And let's see some A's pretty soon. You must be pretty hungry for that.
Yeah, hopefully Sam or I can get some A's soon. So got a couple of chances left, so we'll keep working and see what happens.
Very good. Now, Sammy, well done on your run over at the Perth Track Classic, mate. Come in third there tonight, just behind Nick, but another B qualifier for yourself too. You must be feeling pretty good about things.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, like Nick said, it was a bit of a blur, but bit messy throughout the middle of the race. But yeah, I mean, it's such a great opportunity to run against David, and got to train with him for a few sessions during the week. So yeah, I mean, got to thank him for coming out and inviting me to training. So
yeah. And then look, it's certainly stepped it up, not just for you guys racing with the likes of Dave Oliver, but the crowd just absolutely responded to seeing such a champion and a world champion here at the moment. Must be one of the thrills of your career, I guess, mate.
Mate, absolutely. I've never had that experience. An experience hasn't come close to that. So to have our superstar of the event come out, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, you're our superstar. You and Nick doing great things here in Australia, and we look forward to seeing you in the next few weeks in Melbourne.
Good. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Cheers, Sammy. Thanks very much, boys. And that's the wrap from here. We're going to catch this man in a little second. Dave Oliver. He's got muscles on his muscles there, folks. And I know the female audience has just skyrocketed here at the Athletics Australia live stream. Lutzy's got a pretty decent six-pack on him as well. Lutzy, you want to show the crowd?
Leave the shirt on tonight, I think.
Well, he's one bloke they've never described as having a great rig, is Lutzy, but he's not too bad for a redhead. But we'll catch up with Dave Oliver pretty soon. He's gone sub-13 in the 110 hurdles, an unbelievable, an unprecedented amount of times. I'm not sure the exact number, but that's his Twitter handle, I think. It involves his name and the sub-13. So we'll hopefully have a catch-up with him pretty soon. But yeah, we're hoping you're enjoying all the coverage here at the Sydney Track Classic down at Sydney Olympic Park. And funny to think, you know, it has been all that time since the opening of the track here 20 years ago. But without further ado, I'm going to send you back up to the grandstand to Mossy and Lynchy, and they're going to keep the ball rolling. Over to you, boys.
All right, thank you. Robbo having a chat with Sam Baines and Nick Huff, both getting PBs and B qualifiers. All right, well, we're going to throw back down to Robbo whenever he can find time to interview David Oliver. He's taking his time to put his shirt on. But while we're waiting, let's introduce the men's 2 under-20 4x1 relay. We've got Victoria in lane 2, New South Wales in 3, ACT in 4, South Australia 5, in 6, New Zealand in lane 7, Queensland in lane 8, WA. This is a catch-up. As you can see, the weather is cleared up now, but it was pouring rain, torrential, earlier today.
I had to find myself taking out in the rain to get downstairs to go to the toilet, Lynchy, and it was terrible, the rain, but I had a shower.
You did, by accident.
Yeah.
Now, I should have told you there's some shortcuts where you don't actually have to go outside to get to the showers downstairs. Go down there, down the stairs, around, in through the secret doors.
Yeah, righto. Okay, let's move on from that one.
All right,
Very stoked. But as you see there, there's the sun setting here at Sydney Olympic Park. It's a lot of cloud about. We're hoping, I haven't had a look at the radar, but the flags are flapping around and there has been a lot of rain.
Now that's a big crowd down the back straight. That's for the women's long jump, where we've seen almost as many B qualifiers as we just saw in the women's 5K. It's a great, great field. Alrighty, we've had the under-20s have just had their 100 final. Here's some of our pole vaulters warming up.
They're actually in the event right now. They've just been introduced.
Oh, early
doing
days.
it easy.
Great jump from the
Straight
Western Australian
over
athlete.
for Lawson.
Maddie Lawson, clear at 3.60 m.
Of course, we've got star-studded lineup in the pole vault tonight, led by Alana Boyd and Vicky and Lisa Parnov.
That's right. We've got some World Junior qualifying athletes as well. They're all out there having a crack. Hopefully this tailwind can get them over. Starting at 3.60 m. There's a great shot of the track. Look at the crowd.
Yeah, considering the weather that we've had, it's been a great turnout to the crowd tonight. Destination New South Wales, a great supporter of athletics here, as well as Compete Clean. Of course, this week it's been Be the Influence.
All right, so there's the full results from our earlier 110-metre hurdles. Oliver, Huff and Baines, 13.38, 13.65 and 13.69, rounding at the 3. Alrighty. Oliver still trying to find a shirt that fits him so we can put it on, and then maybe we can get him to talk to Robbo on our couch.
The Tartan couch, of course.
Don't forget, if you want to talk to us, use the hashtag Tartan couch on Twitter, or you can use hashtag STC14.
Sorry, here I am just trying to deflect things. We're going to have a chat with our man just after he has some media commitments with the mix zone there. But if you want to follow David Oliver, it's D Oliver, sub 13. I can tell you he's got over 21,000 followers. And I'm not taking my shirt off. I'm getting, I'm feeling quite inferior around blokes like this. But he's an avid tweeter, 10,000 tweets. And he's been tweeting a lot while he's been out here, Instagram as well. But absolute legend, and you can just see it in the eyes and hear it in the voices of our best hurdlers, Nick Huff and Sam Baines. This isn't just some average hurdler. This is their idol. This is like the Michael Jordan of hurdling for these guys. And, you know, they're pinching themselves. They'll remember that for many, many years to come. I'm sure they'll probably watch the YouTube replay of that race about 1,000 times tonight. And we're only moments away from getting Dave Oliver on the couch. More action from the track coming up. Boys, we're going to throw back up to Mossy and Lynchy. They're up there in the upstairs Tartan couch. Over to you, boys.
Alrighty, up to our third attempt. 3.60 in the pole vault. couple of athletes ready to go, but we're about to get underway. In the under 20s, 100 metres. New South Wales having a brilliant start, but we're stuck on the pole vault. New Zealand moving very quick. Also the New South Wales team, but it looks like the New Zealand under 20 team very, very fast. This could be their World Junior qualifying team. This is a whole country against lots of little states.
Anything can happen here at the final change here. As the New Zealanders well and truly out in front. Queensland look like they're going to come close as well. On the outside is WA. New South Wales coming home strong. A beautiful run there from Queensland, and just pipping, I think it was the Western Australians in third, but it was New Zealand. New Zealand out in front, was it?
In a league of their own. 40-17. That is a 40-15. That is a cracking run. Bit of a disadvantage for our states when we've only got the small country to choose from. Well, they've got a whole 2 islands.
I'm going to make a huge call here, Lynchy. Some people might say is that whatever New Zealand does tonight in any event, we'll just call it an A qualifier.
Why not? I'm sure they've got qualifiers. All right, there are the results. 40-15. Queensland winning the national title, 41-25. WA 41-42, and New South Wales, 41-51. Great work. A lot of those under 20 athletes. That guy does not look under 20.
I want to see some identification and a passport. He cannot be.
He is a big lad. I guess they're called the Grey Runners. Haven't got all black on. They're wearing grey tonight.
The grey ferns.
Silver ferns.
Oh, we've got the silver ferns. That's the netball.
Sorry, they can't use that.
No.
That's all right.
But we saw someone pull up with a hammy there as well.
Oh, that's disappointing to see. It is cold. It is. Temperature's dropped a little bit here.
And it looks like we've got on the starting lineup. No, the boys showing us their New Zealand heritage.
There's Robbo holding out the New Zealand flag with one of the 4x1s. We're going to throw down to Robbo very soon. We're going to have David Oliver on the couch. He's just getting comfortable.
So joining us
here we go.
For the first time ever on the Tartan couch is Mr. David Oliver, fresh from his win in the Sydney Track Classic, 110 hurdles. And man, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Oh, it's great to be here. You know, my second time in Sydney. It's great. Always begging to come back for about 5 years, and, you know, I'm finally back, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, awesome. I've been following your tweets and the Instagram, and I can just tell you're in love with the place, and it's great to have you here. And the young fellas, the guys you've been helping with some training sessions, they've really responded and look up to you. It's just meant the world to them. So, obviously, it must feel great to give back to the sport that's done so much for you.
Oh, most definitely. You know, I had a pleasure this week training with Sam, and, you know, he's got a great coach. He's a great talent, and when Commonwealth Games come, you know, he'll definitely be an asset to the Australian team. And, you know, I think those guys are young hurdlers in the future. You know, 2016 is right around the corner, and maybe there's like another Sally Pearson on the guy side.
Yeah, awesome. We can only hope. Now, mate, you're from the States. There's no big world champs coming up this year. Would you consider changing allegiances, becoming an Aussie, and going over and competing for Australia in Glasgow?
Hey, if they'll have me, you know, I'll go. You know,
these guys would have you in a heartbeat. Look, final thing, there's a lot of females watching. They're enjoying the show. The shirt's off. There's a lot of blokes watching that are feeling a little inferior. And, mate, I just wanted to ask if you could just cover yourself up a little bit. I've got an American flag here for you, so feel free to drape yourself around that. There you go. Looking forward to seeing your countrymen come out later on, LaShawn.
Oh, yeah, definitely got a couple of countrymen here, and, you know, they'll perform well, you know, starting their seasons off early as well. And we got a long way to go. We have till middle of September to go, and we're just trying to chop those times down slowly but surely.
Well, awesome. Thanks on behalf of everyone watching here tonight and at home as well. Thanks so much, David Oliver. We can follow you at Twitter. Where do we get you at?
At D Oliver sub-13.
Sub-13. There you go. Awesome. Thanks for spending time on the Tartan couch.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Back to you, boys.
All righty. The women's under 20 4x100 metre final. We've got ACT in lane 2, New South Wales in 3, South Australia 4, WA 5, Queensland 6, Tasmania 7, and in lane 8, Victoria.
Okay, let's have a stab in the dark from our expert commentator tonight, Matt Lynch. Who's going to win this one?
I don't think I've missed a pick yet. I'm going to have to say, not sure who's in the team, but Victoria went 1-3 in the women's under 20 final. I'm going to put them as the favourites all the way out in lane 8.
Yes, it's tough from out there in lane 8.
It is. You're running by yourself a little bit. You're not sure how you're performing, but you could just run scared the whole way.
So we're all set here for the women's 4x100 metre under 20 relay. ACT on the inside. New South Wales in lane 3, and they're set. And they're away. WA getting away strong, and Victoria on the outside too. Tasmania losing ground right now, but New South Wales making good ground on the first bend as we come up to the first change.
Great change for Victoria. They are streaking ahead. I think that was Hannah Bassick, the winner of the under-20s, running well. New South Wales up the inside. Let's see who's winning as we get to the change. Oh, very even. New South Wales may have left a little bit early. Hope she gets the baton, but Victoria in a race of their own here. New South Wales coming up the inside.
So it's a race in two as we come up to the final change, that all-important baton change on the outside. Victoria, New South Wales a little bit slow there. Coming home strong is Queensland. We've got Victoria on the outside, New South Wales pushing hard. And look, Victoria, it wasn't Queensland there. A great run there by the Victorians. She hung on in that top 3. Was brilliant stuff.
Well done. That was Larissa Chambers in the red hair from Queensland, flying home. She was a silver medalist in the women's 100 earlier today. 11.69 she ran. She's very stoked. Very happy to be out there. Great finish too. 47.13 to Victoria. Queensland taking the silver. 47.20 to 47.21. What a cracking close relay. All the way down to the late stages. Tasmania in 4th. 48.54.
Yeah, you can see New South Wales just trying to hang on there, but as you said, just a smashing run down there in the home straight, and, well, 0.01. That's
Victoria. That's right.
So you are listening to the Compete Clean 2014 Sydney Track Classic.
Thought we went back in time then.
Yeah, that's right. It's we're going way back tonight. It looks like we're lining up for another event on the. It looks like it's going to be a 100 metre women's event. We'll find out very shortly who that's going to be, but the just seeing there the ACT girls from the women's 4x100 metre just coming through the tunnel.
All right, that definitely looks like the women's open. Sally Pearson versus Melissa Breen. All right, now in the women's 100 metres. A qualifier is 11.35. We have Melissa Breen and Sally Pearson both under it. And the B qualifier, 11.42. There's Sally Pearson, fresh off the plane from World Indoors in Sopot, Poland. Sopo. Oh, sorry, haven't been there myself. And she got the silver medal, was agonisingly close to the gold, hitting the last one. And that's Melissa Breen, our new Australian record holder with 11.11.
And look at those guns on Melissa Breen. It's one thing, she's got a tremendous body for sprinting. She's probably struggled a little bit mentally with the sport for a couple of years, but now she's riding a wave of emotion. And tonight, as you see Sally Pearson there, she's ready and rocking to go. This is I guess, somewhat of a grudge match, but it is a race in two. We'll see them out, and we'll see a number of girls trying to push down to try and get a B qualifier.
They certainly have. That was Ash Whitaker, just saw before in front of Sally. But this is another one of the very popular races. When I've spoken to the juniors, prize money winner, $4,000. Loving the symmetry of Breen's Australian record, 11.11. Alrighty, this is a race. I've been talking to the juniors all week, and they want to know who is going to win between Mel and Sally. They're very excited to see the matchup, but a lot of the people have said Melissa Breen will take it out. Now, these girls are going to be later running the 200 at the end of the day, but before they get that underway, we need to find out who will win the Sydney Track Classic 2014 100 metres.
And if you'd like to get in contact with us, don't forget to hashtag Tartan Couch, or for the entire meet, hashtag STC14. Dave Robbo's on the sideline. He'll be giving us all the tweets that have been had all out there. So we see their graph just warming up. Racer, should we try to do a PB?
That's right. She's the New South Wales state champion, recently crowned 2 weeks ago. There's Margaret Gahan, South Australian sprinter. Also, Margaret Gahan, very good multi-athlete. She also has a B qualifier in the long jump. So not only can she run the 100, but she's quite a jumper. That's Monica Brennan. She's the 2013 Australian 200 metre national champion, but it's all down between Breen and Sally. Ashley Whitaker, silver medalist at the Australian 2013 national champs. Elaine O'Neill, a visitor from all the way in Wales. She's a Welsh
sprinters. They're
That's
coming.
Right, they're here. She's looking to find herself a B qualifier or an A qualifier. Not sure what the Welsh qualifiers are for Glasgow, but she will be out there. And Michelle Cutmore, she's a story. She's a junior, same age as Sally. Been out of the sport for almost as long as Madeline Heiner had been out for, and running very quick times. Elaine O'Neill has a PB of 11.3, so you might see her get out in third place. It should be very, very fast. We actually have the former Australian 100-metre record holder, Melinda Gainsford-Taylor, watching next to us.
I thought she might have been the one eating the hot chips. I can smell them and I want some.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Hot chips.
So as you can hear, if you might have heard in the FX mic there, Chris Dodd being introduced. Boy from up the coast there. Full-time worker, full-time dad, full-time high jumper.
He's got so many things to do. That's actually David Colbert eating the chips.
Oh, you're kidding me. So Sally Pearson on screen there. This is not about getting an A qualifier. She's been there. This is about pushing herself. I think, would you say a bit of redemption? Would she be after that?
I think so. After just being so close to the gold in Sopo in Poland, and Melissa Breen taking her scalp, the first Australian to beat Sally in almost 10 years. Just a bit of chit chat before the race. I think Sally was saying, "Good luck, Mel." Mel's like, "Don't worry, I've got this."
And she was asked midweek, or actually today on ABC Radio, how she overcome the jet lag, and Sally said, "Drinking coffee."
Drinking coffee. So I wonder how many coffees she's had before that. There's the full start list. 9 in the field.
So you can see there Monica Brennan from Victoria. She'll be trying to push it out there as well. It's a good crowd that's turned up here tonight, Lynchy.
Excellent work from the New South Wales crowd. There's Ash Whitaker, Sally Pearson. Keep your eyes on the middle. Toya Whistle from Papua New Guinea. She was an Olympic 100-metre semi-finalist. She has an absolute cracking start, so watch for her early in the race.
Righto, so it's going to be a race into out the front there. Sally Pearson, Melissa Breen, but who's going to come in behind them?
If we're going to go to the crowd, it's going to be Melissa Breen.
What about who's going to come in third? Who are you picking to push into that top three?
That's the tough choice. Ash Whitaker's been running pretty well. Toya Whistle, very fast. And Elaine O'Neill has a quick PB, but not sure what kind of form she has at the moment.
There's Sally Pearson on screen. She's done it all. World champion.
Literally has done everything.
Olympic gold medalist. She's a world record holder. There's Melissa Breen being introduced to the crowd. ACT sometimes adopted by New South Wales.
We do completely surround ACT, so we might as well claim them as our own.
There's Sally being introduced. You'll surely be able to hear that.
If the race came down to who got the biggest cheer, then Sally has won that battle. But the real battle is out on the track in lanes 4 and 5. They're the ones to watch. All the crowd getting very, very close to the rails so they can get the best view for the women's fastest runners in Australia.
And Dave Robbo on the sideline as well. He's trying to get as close as he possibly can. He loves it down there, the action. Breen, Pearson. So you're going Pearson?
No, Breen.
You going Breen?
Breen.
Yeah, I'm going Breen as well. Although the one thing is Pearson is a dogged competitor.
She won't give up without a fight. She was not too far behind Mel. So it'd be very interesting to see how Sally got over her trip back from Poland.
The beautiful thing here, that I love when you're live at the ground, is the silence in the 100 metres. As they start to get ready. See Pearson there. Born in New South Wales, lives in Queensland. Formerly Sally McClellan. Here they go. 100 women's. They're set and they're off and racing. Breen clean. Tora Whistle going absolutely smoking. Sally Pearson out in front. Sally's going to win this. Breen coming home. Can she get there? Pearson, Breen, Whistle, and Ash Whitaker in the fourth as well. There's an A qualifier. 11:30. Sally Pearson. Breen came hard in that last 20 metres, but Sally Pearson just smoked her.
Sally getting an absolute cracking start. Toya Whistle leading them almost to the 60, but well done to Sally Pearson. There she is. She's got herself at 11:30, winning very comfortably in the end.
So the A qualifier.
What a great run. Officially 11:29.
So an official 11:29 with a 0.1 tailwind.
It's very still weather here.
Yes. It's really changed around since those earlier conditions.
Oh, it certainly has, where the rain was coming in sideways.
Be interested to see Breen's time there. And Whistle
Breen
as well.
strain on her face. Sally very comfortable out in front, putting the pressure on Mel early.
And surely that's a PNG A qualifier.
Oh, I think whenever Toya steps on the track, it's a PNG A qualifier. There's the official times. 11:40 for Melissa Breen. Toya Whistle. 11:46 Ash Whitaker. 11:54.
Well, we didn't pick that one, Lynchy.
No, can't get them all. South Australian fans going crazy for Margaret Gaynor down there. She is their state champion. Maybe we can see if Robbo can grab any of our women 100-metre runners.
For some reason, the live stream here, we're number 3 on the list.
You got Channel 10, the crowd, and then the live stream.
Got some action down in the row in front of us. Guys standing up out of their chairs, screaming it out there. Like
they've got their favourites.
Like the athletes can actually hear them.
Great you might have to shout louder than that for them to hear you up here in the stands right near live stream headquarters. You might have to. Looks like we've got the men's 100 metres lining up, ready to go.
Wow, this one is going to be an absolute belter. What I'm talking about there, Tim Leithart. Can he do 3 in a row?
Tim Leithart.
Yeah.
King Leithart. Heard from the crowd that Pearson was hungry for the win. She wanted it more than Melissa Breen. Let's see if the boys can live up to the potential.
So Mike Rogers will be in this men's 100 metre. No Rogers. Rogers is out, scratching.
I don't think he even came to the country.
Wow. What are we looking at?
I heard he did injure himself at the USA Indoor Trials. Unfortunately not here. Would have been nice to get a sub-10 person out here. But there's the crowd. Look at them. They're going wild in the stands on those beanbags.
Yeah, it's one of the initiatives here at SOPAC was to throw out the beanbags by Athletics Australia. And it's definitely engaged a lot of the kids during the week.
Hopefully those beanbags were under cover during the torrential rain and cyclonic winds. Otherwise, there's a couple of wet bags out there.
And there's the official result there. Pearson, 11:29. Breen, 11:40. Toya Whistle from Papua New Guinea with 11:46. And Ashley Whitaker, 11:54.
Well done, Margaret Gaynor in 11:72. The South Australian champion, Ellie Graff, 11:76. All right, we're going to throw down to Robbo on the ground.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Lynch. I'm just catching up with Brooks Stratton of the famous jumping Stratton family, and Brooks taking out the win here tonight in a 6:36, I believe. 6:46, sorry, to rob you 10 centimetres. How was it jumping out there tonight, Brooke?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Conditions weren't ideal. Considering it stormed about an hour or so before the event. But,
did they get all the puddles out of the sandpit?
Yes, it wasn't too bad. The sand was quite nice, actually. So, yeah, I was happy to come away with the win and jump a 6:46.
Awesome. Now, you've just been racking up B qualifiers. You've come, 3 centimetres away from jumping the A. You're threatening it. Nationals, it's all on the line, to hopefully get the win and get the qualifier.
Yeah, that's the aim for Nationals. So hopefully an A qualifier and, come away with the win. So
Awesome. Well, thanks for spending time on the Tartan couch and hanging out with Clyde. We're going to send it back to the boys. Up to you guys.
Alrighty, we are up. Here's the start list for the men's 100 metres. Cody Harmon, New Zealand, lane 1. Alexander Harmon, 2. Joseph Miller, New Zealand, in 3. Tim Leithart from New South Wales in 4. The very fast Jared Geddes in 5. Joel B in 6. Kevin Moore from Malta, a former Australian 400 gold medalist from Australia. Tom Gamble from Queensland in lane 8. And Jin Soo Jung from New South Wales in lane 9.
Righto, who's the favourite for this one?
It's got to be between Tim Leithart and Jared Geddes. Jared Geddes running a PB of 10:30 over at the Perth Track Classic. But Tim Leithart, our New South Wales state champion, his first race in a very long time.
Yeah, have you got yourself a dark horse in this one?
I do have a few dark horses. Kevin Moore, Tom Gamble on the outside. Very fast runners. Kevin Moore moving down from the 400 to the 100. But you can never discount Joseph Miller from New Zealand. Actually coming third at the 2013 Australian Championships behind Ross and Leithart. Very quiet around the stadium for the men's 100 metres.
Leithart out strong there. Black not too far away as well. Geddes has got strong on the way home. Leithart pushing hard for his 3rd victory in a row at Sydney Track Classic, and he's done it.
Tim Leithart, 3 Sydney Track Classics in a row. He really is the king of the STC. 10:29. What a cracking race. He is stoked, and he's got a huge fan base. All his friends are down in the sidebar. Joseph Miller, 10:34 for 2nd place. Just waiting very close for the rest of the runners. Tom Gamble taking 2nd, 10:42. That's a PB for Thomas Gamble. Excellent work. Jared Geddes, 10:42 as well. Well done. Here's a replay of the race.
You just look there. He was stuck in behind there, Leithart, but he just pushed away from this moment on. Geddes had nothing left in the tank. Black was pushing on. But look at that. He had an even chance on the outside there to look in.
Oh, the aeroplane finish, Bolt-esque in that finish. There's the full results. Joel B, 10:44, equal PB. Kevin Moore, that's a PB for him. Jin Soo Jung, that's a PB as well. Alex Harmon, I think that's a PB as well.
Unbelievable stuff there.
On a wet track, 0.2 tailwind, perfect conditions again. Well done. That's Tim Leithart's 4th race back for the year. He is in shape. Tim Leithart in shape.
Not far off the B qualifier there, 10:23 for the B qualifier.
Right.
He ran a 10:29 there, and the A qualifier 10:18. So he'll be looking forward to the Nationals to try and push that one through.
That's right. Well done. Let's see if we can get
the picture of the cameraman, and there it is. We've got it. We've finally got that picture of the cameraman.
Well done. There's David Tarbot.
Oh, Dave Tarbot as well.
Extraordinaire.
And there's Jimmy
Takali on camera.
Yeah, Takali
well done,
Nickel
Takali.
of Athletics Australia.
Moving everyone around. There's a shot of the bar. The athletes behind it.
And of course, you are watching the 2014 Sydney Track Classic. Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic. Mossy and Robbo with Lynchy tonight. Robbo's track side. You can see there, be the influence. Tackling binge drinking, of course. It's the message, clear message that's coming out in athletics community, in particular in Australia as well. So be the influence. Don't forget, tackle binge drinking.
All right, he's setting up the hurdles for the men's 400-metre hurdles, the 1 lap. Very, very tough event. If you think the 400's hard, try jumping a 99-centimetre obstacle 10 times.
Now, tell me, why have they gone the 99 centimetres and not bumped it up to the 1 metre?
Honestly, no idea. OH&S.
Well, it's now shifted to WHS with the new, new laws. Yes.
Alrighty. Well, I think it might be maybe in the old measurements. It could be 3 foot, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe it's 3'2". I don't know. The old measurements. I'm on the metric system.
We'll just get our producers to jump in and Google it.
Google that. What does 99 centimetres equal in feet and inches? Bit under 3 foot, we've heard. That's official. Bit under 3 foot. Super tall guy, Nick Boyich. That could only mean self-proclaimed world's tallest athlete. 209 centimetres for Nick Boyich. He's been sick all week. He's always growing, Nick Boyich. All right, so they're the official results. The men in the 100 metres, some very fast running, some great season bests and a few personal bests. Tom Gamble taking a fair few well-earned scalps there on a very wet and still track at the 2014 Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic.
So you can see there the Betty Cuthbert stand at the Sydney Olympic Park Athletics Centre. And the results coming up once again. Be the influence, tackling, binge drinking. Not too far away from the men's 400 metre hurdles. The A qualifier, 49.2, and the B, 50.15. We'll have a few people to watch out for. Looks like we'll be able to go down trackside to Robbo. No. He's not far away.
Yes, thanks Mossy and Lynchy. Wow, what about the support for lethal Tim Leithart? And he takes out the emphatic three-peat, they're calling it down here, trackside on the Tartan couch. We'll hopefully catch young Tim. I think he's coming over right now. Lethal Leithart, come on down.
How you doing?
Good, buddy. Welcome to the Tartan couch.
It's very comfortable. I like it here.
Yeah, well, you've just run 100 metres, mate. You don't want to blow out. Come down and have a little rest. Now, mate, 3 in a row, man. You're really sewing up the Sydney Track Classic 100-metre title. That must have felt good, mate.
That just felt fantastic. I said it felt easy. I'm probably going to regret saying that, but it was just really comfortable. I was talking to Jared before the race, and we both knew that we had to focus on our own races because as soon as we think about each other, we'll tighten up. And I just focused on me, going hard, and moved away, and it was just... That's what happened.
That's what happens, yeah. And tell us, mate, the hometown crowd, where did you get? There seemed like about 50,000 people here in the enclosure. Pretty awesome to have them cheering you on.
Yeah, that's what really makes me run fast. Everyone knows me as the athletics guy at uni or at school, and I'm always missing stuff with training or comp. So every year I convince them all to come out and see where I'm actually disappearing to make it work. And there's God knows how many of them out tonight, and I could hear them cheering at the front, so it just really pushed me.
Right, well, all the very best. You're having a race in Melbourne next week?
I am indeed, so fingers crossed, 1.8, 2.0 tail, and...
We'll put the order in. That was pretty good, and the conditions have been pretty good the last few years here in Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney's been fantastic. Last year was obviously perfect, 2.0, and tonight with the wet track as well, so I don't know, I'm not going to say it's a particular time, but it's definitely a big confidence booster.
Yeah, awesome. Quick one, just educate the fans watching at home. 2.0 you mentioned there. Anything over that is what they call an illegal wind, is that right?
No, it's an illegal wind-assisted time, so it deems that you get an unfair advantage compared to the average.
Yeah. Awesome, there you go. He's not only running the fastest, but he's also giving all the insights. We're going to throw it back up to the boys up in the grandstand. Thanks very much for spending time on the Tartan couch. Lethal Tim Leithart.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Pleasure, mate.
All right, we're back. There's Lee Bennett in the Mingara Athletics Club singlet. That means he is ready to run the 400 hurdles. Finally getting himself an inside lane. Lee Bennett's classic to be giving an outside lane, but we've got some very fast runners. We've got a few New Zealanders. Tristan Thomas, Ian Dewhurst, Michael Cochran, Lee Bennett, Cameron French, Bryce Collins. Now, Bryce Collins in lane 8 recently won the under-20s national title. When I say recently, I mean 5 hours ago. And he's back again tonight. James Roth on the outside, but we're going to look for Tristan Thomas, Ian Dewhurst, and Michael Cochran. He was Michael Cochran, the winner at Perth. Ian Dewhurst, silver medalist over in Perth. And Tristan Thomas, the second fastest 400 hurdler Australia's ever had.
Righto, let's get out there, Lynchy, in this men's 400-metre hurdles. Who's going to win it, and who's your dark horse?
All right, don't forget, the B is 50, 15-8, 49-2. Now, Michael Cochran, the favourite at the moment. He's showing the best form, but Ian Dewhurst is my absolute favourite. One of the nicest men in track and field. You can never discount Tristan Thomas.
Here they go, the men's 400 metres.
Watch for Ian Dewhurst in lane 4 to turn it on with 200 metres to go. That's where he makes his move.
Cochran in lane 5, New Zealander.
Very quick. Should be leading when they come around the bend, but Ian Dewhurst never gives up.
So we're just about to get underway.
All right, there he is, Ian Dewhurst.
Here we go. They're set. And we're off in the men's 400 metres. Cochran getting away early. Thomas a little bit slow. Dewhurst going well as they hit the first hurdle. Everyone's clean.
All righty. Our New Zealand athlete on the outside is moving very fast. Tristan going out early, coming up alongside Ian Dewhurst. Tristan doesn't mind going out hard. Let's see if he's got anything left. But this is about where Ian Dewhurst really starts to wind it up. But Tristan Thomas has turned it on. Ian Dewhurst on the lane inside. But Tristan, can he hold on? He's in the lead. Ian Dewhurst is starting to wind it up.
It's a 49-20 for an A qualifier, 50-15. Tristan Thomas hanging out there in front. Dewhurst not too far away. Thomas is holding on. Dewhurst over the final corner. It is a sprint finish here. It looks like it's Dewhurst on the outside. Thomas. Oh, an unofficial 50.12. That, my friends, is an A qualifier. No, a B qualifier.
A B qualifier, that's right. He is absolutely stoked. Nicest man in athletics, Ian Dewhurst, 50.09. Almost a season's best. But what a cracking run. That was just a battle.
Well, you called it the strongest 200 metres finish in the race. And Thomas looked like he was doing it easy. But, yeah, look at him. Look at that, Thomas with the grimace on his face. And Dewhurst, he knew if he went clean over that final hurdle, it was just a matter of just pushing himself out there, and he did it.
Look at that dip. That is how you finish a race. Throwing the chest out. Look at this over the last hurdle. Tristan clearly in front there, but Ian Dewhurst fighting home to the line, keeping his face very calm and dipping right on the line. Well done to Ian Dewhurst. He is a Sydney Uni athlete. There it is. Cameron French in second. Lee Bennett, 52.32. The third Australian over the line. Bryce Collins, 54.12. Obviously a little bit tired from his run earlier today. Cameron French, 50.39.
You're listening and watching live on your mobile phone, tablet, or through any of your devices, computers, laptops, the whole thing to the Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic 2014. Hashtag Tartan Couch or hashtag STC14. And that's the second New South Wales runner in a row to win here in the Sydney Track Classic after we saw Tim Leithart get it there.
That's just right. And if we've got the women's 400 up next, New South Wales athlete Annalise Ruby, fastest Australian of the year with a 52.93. Let's see if she can perform on the big stage with Natasha Hastings, the American, 5th place at the World Champs. There's the official results from the men's 400-metre hurdles open. New South Wales athlete Ian Dewhurst, he's a bronze medalist from the 2013 World University Games, and now he's the winner of the Sydney Track Classic 2014. All right, there's a shot of the high jump. Third attempt for one of our athletes. And unfortunately, he has missed it. Not sure which athlete it is at the moment.
In the high jump at the moment, they're at 2:04.
Before the start.
Finalist for the World University Games last year.
And obviously Lynchy 2:04, well under the B qualifier at 2:20.
That's right, and if you can see, there is a number above it. That's how many attempts that are left for our summers. So obviously they're finished with 2:04. It's going to be the first attempt for our next athletes, and we're going to find out 2:08 is the next attempt. We're going to throw down to Robbo on the couch with Ian Dewhurst, the winner of the 400 hurdles.
Ladies and gentlemen, that rounds out the field. Men's triple games ace.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. But just quickly before this women's 400 goes off, I've got Dewey, Ian Dewhurst, taking the win there in the men's 400 hurdles. He can hardly breathe. Dewey, well done, mate.
Thanks, buddy. I'm really happy with the result, and it's another B qualifier for me, and to get a win up on Tristan's obviously pretty satisfying as well.
You guys have been having some great battles so far this season. That was a cracker. It was hard to pick who won it there at the end, and plenty of more good races coming up all the way to Melbourne.
Yeah, of course. I'll race Tristan again down in Melbourne and then at Nationals as well, so tonight gives me a lot of confidence going into those two races.
Final thing to do, mate, throw that hat on.
Champion, please welcome Alicia Keir.
All right, you got the B qualifier tonight. It's tradition here on the Tartan couch that you throw the Jimmy hat on, look down the camera and say, get Mossy and Robbo to Glasgow.
Get Mossy and Robbo to Glasgow.
There you go, you heard it from me. And Dewhurst, thanks, buddy. Well done, go and have a spell.
All right, here we go. The women's 400 metres. We're going to see how athletes go over lap. Here is the start list. Alicia Keir in lane 1. Lauren Wells, formerly Lauren Bowden, a great 400 hurdler having a dig at the lap. Annalise Ruby, lane 3. Natasha Hastings. Caitlin Sargent in lane 5, a World Championship representative from Australia. Morgan Mitchell, one of the fastest Australians this year. Jessie Gooley, also a 400 hurdler. And Lindsay Pekin, another 400 hurdler, having a crack over the flat 4 with no 4 hurdles on the program for the women. And in lane 9, Beth Vanderwall from Queensland. We're going to be looking at the inside lanes, lane 3, 4, 5 and 6. Ruby, Hastings, Sargent and Mitchell.
And the 400 metre A qualifier, 51.60. And 52.35 for the B qualifier.
All right, so only out of the Australians, Caitlin Sargent's the only athlete with a PB under the B qualifier. She's run 52.16 at the World Uni Games in her semi-final. That got her a gig at the 2013 World Champs, where she may have come up against Natasha Hastings, who made the final over there.
So is this just obviously Hastings out in front? She'll lead it out, do well, at Ruby and Sargent.
That's the thing with our international athletes. It's so early for them. It's not sure which kind of form they're in.
As you see there, Hastings. What a hair.
In the pink swimsuit. Nails to match.
And they're setting their off away. Hastings away really well. Oh, nice little start there by Ruby, and Sargent's going strong, but it's Hastings nice and easy after the first bend.
All right, Jess Gooley's moved out very quick. Sargent along Mitchell, but Hastings gone past Sargent. She is absolutely cracking. Very quick. Let's hope she has something left in the tank. Don't forget, they're only halfway through the race. Does she have enough to get home? Ruby moving very well on her inside. Watch for her to come home very strong late. But Hastings just in another race.
So here's Hastings well and truly out of the in front out of the race. Looking behind Sargent. Ruby not too far away. Ruby looks like she's got it over Sargent. Hastings is going to do it. The 4x1 400 metre gold medalist at Olympic Games. Annalise Ruby is going to take Caitlin Sargent down. Caitlin Sargent, she lost it, and Annalise Ruby has just run a B qualifier.
52.01 for Natasha Hastings. Ruby waiting to see if she can run under 52.35. Very fast finish for Ruby, and I think Jess Gooley got up for third place. There it is. 52.70. That's a season's best for Annalise Ruby. Almost so close to a PB. Jess
So
Gooley.
close to a B qualifier as well.
Very close. 53.39 for Jess Gooley. What a cracking. Morgan Mitchell, 53.56. Very fast finish from those two girls. Jess Gooley is actually a 400 hurdle specialist. So that's going to help her. She's got the flat speed and she can also hurdle. Caitlin Sargent there in 53.60. Another 4 hurdler, 53.84 for Lindsay Pekin. We've got a couple of 4 hurdlers out there. Lauren Wells, 54.28. Had a chat with her today earlier. She's looking forward to going over the flat and seeing if she can show a bit of flat speed, maybe get a gig in the 4x4 relay in Glasgow.
And the next couple of events coming up, we've got the women's 800 metres, but before that, the men's 400 metres flat. And just looking there at the starting lineup, Lynchy.
Very close. We'll find the starting lineup very soon. The B qualifier, 45.85. A qualifier, 45.30. Now, we haven't had any athlete quicker than 46.20 at the moment. That was Craig Burns over at Perth, 46.21. Almost taking the scalp of Sean Merritt. On the screen there, we have an official with a cameraman. Yep, get out of the way so we can see Dylan Grant. Richard Haggie out there in lane 2. Dylan Grant in lane 3. Craig Burns in lane 4. Alex Beck in lane 5. Looks like Joshua Ralph in 6. And William McNamara out there, the winner of the 100 Track Classic. And in lane 9, Kurt Mulcahy in lane 8. Just waiting to see our runners, who is in lane 7. Now Joshua Ralph stepping down again. He was the 3rd at the National Championships last year and found himself going to Moscow, representing Australia in the 4x4. He didn't get a run. He's been running some 800s recently.
Yeah, he's done well. He's won 2 so far this season. He won the Hunter Track Classic and pipped them at the post. He won Adelaide, in fact. He pipped them at the post as well over in Perth, beating Jeff Risley amongst others, and he was very, very close to the A qualifier there.
Oh, tantalisingly close. The A qualifier was 146.20, and he ran 146.25, but he's stepping down. Maybe find himself in a 4x4 spot. If he can make it to Glasgow in the 8, he can step down and run a 4x4.
Now, this is your event, Lynchy. Not out there tonight, my friend.
No, I did get asked to run it the other night, but live stream takes precedence over a 400.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Now, I don't like it when they run too fast while I'm not racing, so I'm actually glad it's wet. I wouldn't mind if it was pouring rain and all the boys only ran 47, but I'm still going to call it and hope some of the boys run very, very quick. Now, in the discus circle is a World Junior qualifying athlete, Yasenika Denethauthau from New South Wales with the pink hair. Hiding behind the tent at the moment. And there we go. It's a big throw. Very close to the 15-metre mark.
Yeah.
Clay Watkins.
Here we go. We've just got the men's 400 metres.
That's right. There's Dylan Grant, representative of Australia at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Had a few years off, but there's Craig Burns. He's the fastest Australian so far this year with the season best and PB of 46.21. He ran in Perth, nearly beating LaShawn Merritt.
And the A qualifier 45.3 or the B qualifier 45.85. Do you think anyone can knock that over tonight?
Well, we haven't had an Australian run under 46 seconds for quite a while. Steve Solomon He's been running indoors over in America, and he's actually run faster than the Australians have done outdoors. And it's not easy running indoors. There's Craig Burns, our quickest runner at the moment in the 400, season best 46.21. Look for him to go very easy out in the first 200 and come home super strong. That's what he's been doing lately.
Yeah, have you picked a winner yet? You have picked a winner tonight.
I think Alex Beck is running himself into some kind of shape. Watch for Josh Ralph to run very, very quick, though. He can come home like a train, but so is Craig Burns lately. So I think those 3 lanes, Burns, Beck, and Ralph, are the ones to look for.
As you see there, you're lining up not too far away from the start here in the men's 400 metres, the Sydney Track Classic. Look at the veins popping up in the biceps.
Very vascular, these athletes.
Being a 400 metre.
Ooh, let's hope that was just some unsteadiness. Can't hear out there on the track. Got to turn those speakers up, officials. Nothing worse than not hearing the word set. A lot of the athletes, every athlete actually complaining about the hearing.
So there's Ralph, Josh Ralph on the screen.
Getting down into his blocks. Using blocks for a while. He hasn't used blocks while moving up to the 800s. Hopefully he hasn't not forgotten how to use them.
He'd be happy to see, well, I was going to say happy to see one lap, but
yeah,
as we all know, 400 metres is one of the toughest events in the meet, physically.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more.
We're all set to go. The men's
All
400
ready to go.
metres.
Oh, they are
Burns away beautifully on the inside. Ralph, I think he missed the start there. Beck's going strong as well as they move into the final straight. Beck pushing it out in front there.
All right, Kurt Malkai out in lane 8, moving very fast. Beck moving up alongside Ralph, but Craig Burns moving along very smoothly as well. Dylan Grant holding the stagger. He gets a look at all the other athletes to see what's going on. But Kurt Malkai moving very quick. I think Beck looks like he could be leading into the straight, but Dylan Grant looking very, very strong.
So Dylan Grant on the inside. Beck out in front here. Can they hang on? This is where you're hitting the wall. You think you're going to stop. Beck's there. Dylan Grant on the inside, but Beck is going to take this one out. Not far off. Ralph pushing hard, but Beck's there. From Ralph and Grant on the inside, and Burns in fourth.
46.48, a season best for Alexander Beck. He won it last year, 46.46. What a very even time. He'll never forget that. Looks like Josh Ralph took out second place. All right, we're going to shoot down to Robbo to talk to our winner of the 400 hurdles. 400 flat.
Thank you very much, Lynchy, and I'm joined by a legend of the 400 metre sport here, Natasha Hastings, fresh from her win in the women's 400 Sydney Track Classic. Tash, well done. Must have had a great race out there. You must have felt good.
Thank you. I feel pretty good. It's been a long week. I mean, I was in Poland for a week, and then I flew down here. That was a pretty long journey, but it feels good to come out and run my opener and have a good time while I'm doing it.
And Team USA secured the 4x4 gold in Sopot, is that correct?
Yes, and we set the national record by 3 seconds.
Massive, massive run there, and congratulations on that. And is it your first time to Australia?
It is, and I'm loving it. I'm having such a great time.
Apart from the long flight down here, hopefully you've had a great time. It is a long way from anywhere else. Tell us whereabouts in the States you're from?
I'm originally from New York, but I live in Texas.
You here for another week?
Yes, I'll be in Melbourne next week.
We'll see you far out. Final comment just on the Australian 400 runners, Annalise Ruby, Caitlin Sargent. They've been having a great battle. Annalise got the better of Caitlin tonight, but it must be great for you to think that the way you're running is pulling these girls along.
Absolutely. I mean, especially such young girls. I remember being that young as well. So, I mean, it's always great to come out and have a good competition and, you know, put on a good show for everyone.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again. Thanks for having a chat on the Tartan couch, and well done, Team America.
Thank you.
There's Robbo trackside there with Natasha Hastings on the Tartan couch. We'll be seeing that one after the last event. He'll be on the couch. We'll be speaking to some of the superstars of the meet. And Alex Beck there and Josh Ralph to the right. And Josh will be looking for the 800 metres. I think you're just probably looking for a bit of speed there, Lynchy.
Yeah, I think you've got to be able to run a 400 if you want to get a gig in the 4x4. You obviously won't do it at Nationals, but if you can show good form over the 4 flat, but make it to the Commonwealth Games in the 800, he might get a gig in the 4x4 relay team. They'll take 6 athletes, so if he's already going, he might well get a spot.
And as you just see up on the screen now, we've got the women's 800 metres. I'll tell you the A qualifier 1:59.35 and the B at 2:02.10. That's that not too far away. The men's 800 metres. And will John Stephenson run with a crouch start?
What will he do?
You won't know what to do.
Will he go same arm, same leg when he does a standing start? I'm not sure. We've got some great athletes in our women's 800. I think we can get a few girls under the B qualifier of 2:02.1. We've already got a couple of girls with 2:02 PBs this year and season bests. But here's a start list. Catherine Katsanavakis, your Victoria champion. Selma Kajan, one of our great racers. Flicked to the other side. Let's hope it flicks back. There's Brittany McGowan. Undefeated so far, Brittany McGowan, but Zoe Buckman, a PB of 2:90. Trishelle Kingdom. Very well. Georgia Wassell actually ran a heat this morning in the junior champs. She'll run here and then tomorrow run the final of the junior champs.
And why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? If you can do both, let's do it. Eunice Sum, the 2013 world champion. Eunice Sum.
You see a few of the competitors there.
All right, there's the official results. 46-46, 46-6, 46-7, 46-9. All right, on the camera right now, Georgia Wassell. Very promising young athlete. Got to say, Brittany McGowan is my dark horse. Undefeated this year in the 800. Winner of the Hunter Track Classic and the Adelaide Track Classic. Can she do it here?
Coming in a frame there before we went. Coming in a frame before we saw Zoe Buckman as well, one of our elite runners there, Olympian.
Yeah, that's right. And finalist at the World Champs in the 1500.
She just absolutely smoked him in the semi-final over there.
She did, cutting up the inside. What a run. But those Kenyans, they don't come here to mess around. We saw Mercy Toronto drop the field earlier in the 5K. Let's see if Eunice Swim can do it in the 800. All right, they are off and racing. Eunice Swim very cruisy. Let's hope the pacemaker can get out nice and quick. Kelly Hetherington on the outside, moving very fast. Also, Selma Kajan coming up on the inside in lane 2, but there's the pace. Moving out very, very quick as they cross and jostle for position. There's Angie Smith from New Zealand. But there's Kate Ryan coming out very, very fast. The pacemaker Unisum settling in very fast. There's the New Zealand athlete, Zoe Buckman. Kelly Hetherington, Georgia Wassell in the blue and pink shorts. And Brittany McGowan right on the outside. All right, there's the pacemaker Unisum settling in. Girls still sorting themselves out. There's Unisum, Zoe Buckman, Angie Smith, Georgia Wassell, and Kelly Hetherington.
So you can see on the screen there, as the bell goes round, 59.70.
Don't forget the B qualifier is 2:02.10.
Pacemaker just slips off there. Sun looking really strong. And we've got in behind there 4 girls. Smith's there, Buckman. And look at Hetherington. She's not too far away as well.
All right, Angie Smith. Down the back straight. Kelly Hetherington winding it up. Buckman and Wassell. All right, so we have Unisum taking them through with 200 metres to go. Angie Smith and Kelly Hetherington. Georgia Wassell, Zoe Buckman moving along the outside. They're winding up very fast. Wassell turning it up. Brittany McGowan coming very fast on the outside. She's been a quick finisher very recently. Watch her to start to turn it up. Brittany McGowan undefeated this year.
So look out in front there, Sun. She's going to smoke him here. Brittany McGowan not too far away.
Georgia
Tucking
Wassell
behind there. Kelly Hetherington not too far. But Sun's going to take this way. And on the outside, from absolutely nowhere. Who was it?
Georgia Wassell taking out the second place behind the world champion. Can we see, did Georgia Wassell 2:01. 76. That's a big qualifier for Georgia Wassell. She is only 18 years of age. What an absolute champion. That's a B qualifier.
Woo!
B qualifier for Angie Smith from New Zealand. Heather Hedvigen so close to the B qualifier.
Well, Unison, she just came here. She's done the business.
The Kenyans don't mess around. They come here to win.
It's their style. It's just got everything about them that just points them towards that finish line. But Georgia Wassell, well, if she's not a star now, she's a massive star of the future. She just waves to the crowd. Kelly Hetherington, as you said, just missing out on that B qualifier
so
as well.
Close. There's the full results. Catherine Katzenavakis 2:02.81. Brittany McGowan 2:02.94. Very fast finish, but Georgia Wassell running a heat this morning and then running a PB and B qualifier tonight. She's old enough to go to the Commonwealth Games and the World Juniors.
Zoe, I want to tell you, Zoe Buckman finished, I think it was 8th or 9th there. Saw her running around the Sydney Olympic Park today, so maybe this was just a bit of a warm down.
Oh, maybe she was just using it as a training run. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes, absolutely. But she, I guess, leading internationals where she wants to peak, but she hasn't really found a form yet this season.
No, I think it might have been one of her first races over the 2 laps. She is more of a 1,500 metre specialist. Alrighty. Up next is the men's 800 metres, back-to-back 800s. B qualifier 147.35, A qualifier 146.20. And we're going to see the man, the legend, Jonathan Stephenson, and how he will go in the 2-lap race. Very quickly put together race. This, once we heard that Dwayne Solomon was coming out, we did ask around to see who wanted to run an 800. And we had Alex Rowe put his hand up out of our qualified athletes. Jeff Riley's doing the 1,500 today. Josh Ralph wanted to do the 4, but Rowe said, give me a crack at Dwayne Solomon. And he's going to get it tonight. Dwayne Solomon looking very smart in his kit. Very nicely matched spikes. We'll see. Very fast race here tonight.
Yes, we're just about to get things underway here in the men's 800 metres. Focus there on a man, John Stephenson, with short hair.
Look at him, shaved it down. He's got 2 laps. Can't mess around with that long hair over 2 laps.
So where's the motivation for an 800 metre race come, do you think?
Oh, I don't know. You just think, I don't think the 4s were hard enough. Let's make it harder and go for another lap. There's the pacemaker with the 15. Jason Brown looking down the camera, licking his lips. He's ready to take him through. We've got some great runners here. Lane 4, Dwayne Solomon with a PB of 142.82 behind the world record, David Ridisha. Alex Rowe, the fastest Australian in quite a while, 145.4. We've got some great athletes out here. A lot of chatter about John Stephenson. What could he do tonight? I've had some people say 145 and some people say 155.
Yeah, well, who knows? I've said 335. He's just going to do cartwheels the whole way around. Look, not too far away, got the men's 1,500 metre wheelchair. And at the moment, we've got the women's pole vault. But for the men's 800 metres, the A qualifier, 1:46.20, and a B qualifier at 1:47.35. I don't think anyone's done that so far this season.
No, there's plenty of B qualifiers. We've had 3 Bs. No A's yet, but we need one of those A's so we can send 3 athletes. Jason Brown's doing the pace. We've heard. Let's see what the crowd says when John Stephenson gets introduced.
And a huge round of ovation here for John Stephenson.
All right, the Australian all-comers record, the fastest 800 run in Australia, is 1:43.15 by none other than David Rudisha. All right, they are off and running. Pacemaker in the orange singlet, Jason Brown moving very, very fast. Let's see him get into the front. Jason Brown's needs to get right out the front. Not at the moment. Jared West looks like he's deciding to take the pace himself. There's Jason Brown, the pacemaker, moving to the front, taking them through 200 very, very quickly. Dwayne Solomon setting in. Stephenson settling in behind Dwayne Solomon. He wants to be at the front. It's all business from here. Jared West in 4th position, and Alex Rowe outside with James Gurr right behind them.
Yes, of course, Gurr has been showing some good form over the last couple of years. So the pace is out in front. We'll see what they come around for the final bell. Solomon with the gold chains looking nice and easy. So they've come around in 51.57. Stephenson, it looks like he's still in this race here for the Australians, but Solomon well and truly out of in front here as they go around the bend into the final straight.
Oh, they're down in the back straight. Alex Rowe tucked in very nicely. Solomon looks like he's taking it easy. Jared West in 3rd, James Gurr in 4th, and John Stephenson. Here they come. Down through 600 in 1:16. This is very, very fast. Solomon running by himself. Alex Rowe got a group of 3 at the moment. Let's see what is going to happen here. I can't see John Stephenson at the moment.
So you've got
Alex Rowe.
Solomon out in front, but look at this. Alex Rowe pushing hard in front. Can he just go hard? Solomon hanging on here. Alex Rowe has run a phenomenal race. It's a 1:45.96. 1:45.96. That's on pace for an A qualifier.
I think
with A qualifier,
Alex Rowe may have found himself an A qual.
No, he's actually going to miss out on that one there. Sorry.
1:46.22. So close. Not an A qualifier. That's a PB for Jared West as well. 1:47.04.
He missed that one.
1:48.32. Timus Harrick, 1:48.5.
So to give you context there, the A qualifier, 1:46 flat, and he just missed it by 2/100th of a second.
That's right, 1:46.20, the A qualifier. Alex Rowe, 1:46.22. There's the times. Jordan Gussman, 1:46.96. James Gurr, 1:49. John Stephenson, 1:50.008. So close to going sub. Brad Mathis from New Zealand, just pulling up nice and easy. There's Dwayne Solomon congratulating Alex Rowe. They're going to battle again in a week at the IAAF World Challenge in Melbourne. But there's Dwayne Solomon, very happy to have his race run. Now he can enjoy the life of Sydney.
Well, he can enjoy the whole of New South Wales. Of course, Destination New South Wales,
there
a big
it is.
part
What a
of.
shot there.
There it is, beautiful shot. Wonder how much that'll be auctioned for.
Oh, one of the people in the bar getting his numbers. Very, very lucky athlete there.
Yeah, perfect. Just injecting himself nice and easy and just saying, listen, mate, there's something wrong. It looks like there's something sticking out of the back of your number there. I'll just fix it up for you. But as we see on the screen there, Alex Rowe, well, you've got a feel for the bloke.
Oh,
but that's athletics, isn't it? It is a game
so
of millimetres in the
close.
field. It's a game of milliseconds out there on the track.
That's right. He'll get another shot next week when Jeff Risley and Josh Ralph will join him in a battle against
Hey, Al, can we get you?
Dwayne Solomon.
Just before the Commonwealth Games.
And it looks like down trackside, we have Alex Rowe with Dave Robbo.
Thank you very much, Lutzy. I'm joined by, fresh off the track, still catching his breath, Alex Rowe. A whisker off the A standard there, mate. Great run. You really made Dwayne Solomon work hard for it.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, just need to apologise if I do cramp up because I am stuffed.
Just sit back a bit, mate.
Relax. No, I executed my race plan exactly how I wanted to. Got in a great position and thought I had him down the front straight, but he just had that little bit extra strength, and you're going to expect that when you're up against a 142 runner. So I was very pleased with the run nonetheless.
Well done, mate. And you're just building on your form. You're a bloke that loves to just sort of build, and we saw that great run in Perth, and then tonight you've really just stepped it up a notch, coming into some great form ahead of the big 2 meets in Melbourne.
Yeah, exactly. We obviously like to run well at the right times and at the appropriate time. So year in, year out, my coach Justin has got me right at the right times. So I have all faith that I'll be running hopefully 0.02 quicker in Melbourne.
Mate, well done, and we'll be cheering you on down there in Melbourne. Thanks for spending time on the Tartan couch. We'll let you go and get your breath back and stretch those legs out.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rowie. Good work.
Georgia Wassel behind the world champ and a big qualifier for the 18-year-old.
Yeah, we're not too far. In fact, is it on? They're just doing some warm-ups. We're just going to go straight down to Robbo. He's got Georgia Wassel.
Thanks, Mossy, and I'm joined here by a young gun of the 2-lap event, Georgia Wassel. And Georgia, massive congratulations on your run there tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I just can't believe what I just executed, to even be on the start line of such a talented field of girls, and then to execute the race I did and finish so well. I just over the moon.
It's good. You must be absolutely pinching yourself to be sharing the start list with all those girls out there, the world champion and all these awesome Aussie 2-lappers, and you're there, scalping all these Aussies. Fantastic achievement.
Yeah, like I said, I can't believe that in that last 100 I found that little bit extra in me to take over those last couple of girls, because it was so tightly packed with 100 to go. And yeah, like you said, such a talented field, racing Unisom, so humbling to be able to race a world champion. And then, of course, not forgetting all the other international girls and Australian girls in the team, in the race story, who are all just so experienced. So great experience for me.
Now, it's been a pretty massive week for you. You've had the junior championships going on as well. Tell the folks watching at home what you've been running in so far this week.
So this morning I ran the 800 junior heat, where I won my heat and qualified for the final tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. So I don't know how I'm going to pull out for that, but I love racing the junior championships. It's probably my favourite event on the calendar, so I wouldn't miss it. But there's no way I could just do juniors when there's such a talented field. There was such a talented field tonight. I was like, I've got to do this race. So yeah.
Well, rest up tonight. Hope you nail the final again tomorrow. 2:01.78 for a B qualifier for Georgia Wassel. Thanks for spending time on the Tartan couch. You've done a B qualifier. We've got to introduce, this is Clyde. And so Clyde's the official mascot at Glasgow. You're going to have some decisions to make, whether you're going to Oregon and or Glasgow, one or the other. Most likely Oregon.
To be honest, I really don't know, because my coach Kevin and I weren't even sure if I could get the Commonwealth B qualifier. So now that I have, I'll have to talk to Kevin about all my options, and in the end I'll do what's best for my athletic career in the future. So I don't want to rush into anything. I'll just be enjoying the stage I'm at now, and like I said, Glasgow or Eugene, I'm sure it will be the right decision.
Awesome. Well, I'm not sure who the mascot is for Eugene, Oregon, the World Junior Champs, but we've got Clyde here anyway. Thanks for spending time on the Tartan couch. Well done on everything you're doing. Have a great race in the morning.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Georgia Wassel, back up to you guys in the commentary box.
Righto, thanks Robbo. Trackside there with Georgia Wassel, and didn't she have a fabulous run? We're often racing in the 1,500 metre wheelchair event. We've got the emperor of the region of runners, Kurt Fernley, and he has done it all. He's got an A qualifier already, and Richie Coleman as well, and Richard Nicholson not too far away with the B qualifier.
We've got Kurt Fernley, the emperor of the region of runners, Newcastle. What a classic athlete, Kurt Fernley. Let's see as they wheel around into the straight. We've had the women's 15 already. We saw some Bs in that. Let's see if we can see some more B qualifiers in this race.
So 3 laps remaining here. The A qualifier is 3:03 flat, or a 3:08 flat for a B qualifier. And you can see out in front there is Kurt Fernley. He was trailing in behind, but he'll now start to push this race along. Looked like he was maybe having a glimpse or even a chat to, looks like Nathan Arkley tucking in behind him. And they're
Training partners, I've heard.
Absolutely. Well, he's one of the all-time greatest athletes, and he does a lot of work with most of these other competitors in terms of providing not only mentorship, but in terms of coaching as well.
That's right. There's Kurt Fernley moving wide to let some of the other runners, the other wheelies, take up the pace. All right. Well, while this race is, we're going to shoot down to to Robbo, who has Dwayne Solomon.
Joining us on the couch now, we've got Dwayne Solomon, winner of the men's 800 metres. Dwayne, welcome to Sydney, and well done on your run tonight.
Yeah, man, it was a great race, you know. They made it pretty competitive, which I expected. Being my first race, my opener, I'm pretty pleased with it. You know, 145 is great, and, just looking to build upon this.
And you've almost pulled Alex Rowe, our fastest Aussie tonight, through to an A qualifier for the Commonwealth Games. And I spoke to Alex earlier, and he was really, really pumped from that. We're just going to, if you just hang around for a sec, if that's okay, we're just going to finish off this race, throw it back up to Lynchy and Mossy, just to call this home. If they don't want to do it, I'll do it myself.
All right, here we go. 300 metres
Kurt
left.
Fernley in the race here.
Second. They're going to start winding it up. Here we go. The pace is
We've got Rich Nicholson from the ACT, just bringing them home as they go there behind us.
Here we go, guys.
Look for Arkley, look for Kurt Fernley. 200 to go.
They're going to go around Arkley, and it's Fernley that's going to have to do just that.
Arkley heading them out. Here comes Kurt Fernley, King Kurt, the Novocastrian. Watch for the Fernley kick here as they come home. Kurt Fernley straightens it up. Here he comes, Culminator on the outside. It's Rich Coleman from Geelong. Rich Coleman, he's got a wheel, he's got a length on Kurt Fernley. And looks like Nicholson third and Arkley in fourth. So there you go. We'll just continue our chat. Thanks very much, Dwayne. And is this your first time in Australia?
This is actually not my first time. I came here in 2002 for a high school team, so it was a while back. But, I'm glad to be back, and this is my first time racing over here, so, it's very good, very excited.
Excellent. And you're here for another week, yeah?
Yes, I'm here for another week. I'm racing again in Melbourne on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to run a little better.
Awesome. Well, continue to enjoy your time here in Australia. Loving all the updates on Twitter and Instagram. Where can we follow you on Twitter?
You can find me at Dwayne Bang 800. And like I said, I was watching all the new sports, netball, and all the other sports. I really want to try them.
We're going to bring a netball and a wing defence bib for you in Melbourne, and we're going to get someone to run through the finer points of netball and then AFL as well. So watch for that on the Tartan Couch in Melbourne. Thanks very much, Dwayne Solomon, legend, for spending time on the Tartan Couch. Cheers, mate.
Just a narrow miss there.
All righty, Danny Samuels just launched another one out there. 63.41 for Danny Samuels. We've already seen a 65.18. She just drops A, qualifies in her sleep. What a thrower.
She's just dropping him out there all night.
There we go. There's the results. Richard Coleman beating Kurt Fernley 3:13.15 to 3:13.32. There's Danny again.
Kim Mulhall as well. She'll
right.
be trying to push for a ticket over there to Glasgow.
That's right. She's a World University Games representative over in Kazan in 2013.
And just looking over there, Destination New South Wales. Why don't you come over here if you're not from New South Wales and fly in and grab yourself a rental car and go down to Bateman's Bay.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
The Clyde River down there, one of the great valleys as well. So don't forget Destination New South Wales, the greatest state of all.
Easily. All right, now on the screen you can see the starters in the men's 1,500 metres. All righty. Big field here today. We have Jeff Risley running his first 1,500 of the year.
The American Dwayne Solomon in fine form this season in Melbourne.
Oh, sorry. Go. No, I didn't know if you wanted.
All right, back to the start of the men's 1,500 metres we have. Another Kenyan visitor. And we've seen tonight, if he's anything like our other Kenyans, James Magut from Kenya, the mile winner at the Perth Track Classic, they only come here to win.
That's right. We saw that in the mile. Collis Birmingham trying to push him home. He went out really early, Birmingham, but James McGood just did it easy in the end.
That's right, and they actually got a split for that 1,500 metres. A mile is a little bit further, 1,609.1 metres. 1,500 metres, they got a split, and they ran 3:38, which is under the B qualifier. So imagine what they can do when they actually run the 1,500 metres.
As they're getting introduced now to the crowd, let's start to take a look at the field. Obviously, McGoot would be the favourite, but for you,
right.
who are the other runners we should be looking at?
Got a few of the junior athletes, Adrian Plummer and Jack Stapleton, but Jeff Risley, the third fastest Australian of all time with a PB of 3:32, having his first 1,500 metres of the year. He ran his first 800 at the Perth Track Classic and ran 1:46.5. Let's see what he can do tonight in his first 1,500 of the year. There's the start list. Andrew Rotich is going to be the pacemaker.
Righto, we're not too far away here from the men's 1,500 metres. Of course, an A qualifier at 3:37 or a B at 3:40.75, and they're off. They're racing, and look at that pace going out
quick.
hard, and Magoo on the outside.
That's it. That's Rotich, the Kenyan pacemaker. So James Magoo brings his own pacemakers out. If you're going to do it right, get another Kenyan to pace. There they are. They're going to settle in, and there's our few athletes. There's a lot of blue singlets out there. A lot of people, fans of Nike.
Well, of course, it is Destination New South Wales, Lynchy.
All right, so Josh Wright moving into second. Jeff Risley, the very tall figure, in third at the moment.
And,
now, Josh Wright, PB last year in the Sydney Track Classic, 3:37.10. If you can do that again, you can find himself a B qualifier. But there is Jeff Risley. The pace must be quick there, singling out at the moment.
So with 3 laps to go, Magoo probably a little bit behind his pacemaker, but he knows exactly where he is. And as we said, there's quite a number of the Aussie athletes tucking in behind as well. But look at Magoo in behind Rodich there. As you can see, Alex Rowe in the yellow, but he's a little bit too far back, you would expect here, trying to tack onto those guys there, the 4 in front of him.
All right, the pacemaker moving a bit quicker. He's starting to wind it up. These guys, they want to run fast. We want to see some athletes under 3 minutes 40. We haven't had any qualifiers yet in the 1,500. Coming around to the 700 metres. Rotich turning it up. Magoot's not following. Josh Wright, still in third place. And Robertson up there as well. Jeff Risley still in third. Let's see what they go through 800 metres in. All right, hitting 1:57.90 for the 800 metre split. 700 metres left.
So you've got Wright and Risley, the Australians, in behind Magoo now. Wright looking strong. And Risley, he's not too far behind there as well. As Magoo looks to step up the pace here. He's coming into the final straight. They're going to have 2 laps to go from this point forward. It'll be the bell lap, in fact. Magoo, Risley's not too far off. Wright, and coming around the outside is Rowe, copying a little bit of an elbow there.
There we go. Guys needing to run a sub 56-second lap if they want to find themselves in a B qualifier. They're going to have to start winding it up. Rotich still there. He needs to get off the track as they start to turn it up. Rotich moving out. There he is. James Magoo at 300 metres to go. He's going to start winding it up. Jeff Rice is right on his tail, though. This is going to be a kick-down race. There's Josh Wright still on the outside. Josh Wright moving very quickly. 2:20 to go. He's going to move up onto the shoulder of James Magoo. Very, very close, keeping nice and tight. There's Paul Robertson right behind Jeff Risley. But James Magoo starting to pull away. He's just turned it up. Found a fresh pair of legs as they enter the home straight. Jeff Risley is in second.
So Magoo looks like he's going to win this one nice and easily. Wright and Risley pushing each other hard. Robertson's coming as well, but Risley's going to come in second. Robinson, the Irishman, in behind James Magoo with an unofficial time of 3:38.60.
All right, that looks like a B qualifier for Jeffrey Risley. Coming second, very, very close. Great racing. All the lads, hands on knees. Tough race. All right, we're going to throw down to Mossy, who's on the couch. Robbo. I'm up here with Mossy. I'll get confused. There we go.
Oh, who knows? Thank you very much. Great run there from the boys in the men's 1500, and another bloke that's completed 1500 metres this evening and got the W, got the win. And scalped Kurt Fernley is the culminator, Rich Coleman from Geelong. And mate, great race there, mate. Great roll. Well done.
Yeah, it's going well. I'm in really good shape now, and I'm feeling like I'm really pushing well, and all the hard work is starting to pay off. And I've had a big pre-season coming into here, and it's only the start of the season, so hopefully more things to come. But anything can happen this year.
Yeah, you guys got a couple of A's in the bag earlier in the year in the GIO Summer Down Under Series in Canberra. Great to get that relief, I guess, to get that in the bag early, and now you can build on that.
Yeah, I actually got one last year as well, so I had it at World
in Lyon.
Yeah, I had it in Lyon in the semi-final there, so I was sort of a bit more relaxed and stuff, and I could just let things happen and not really stress about it, and that's when you can often do the best times.
And always good to take down the king, Kurt Fernley.
Yeah, the greatest man of all, isn't it?
He can do no wrong.
Yeah, he's going grail, and no, we've got to say big congrats to Kurt. His wife's pregnant and due to tomorrow, Monday, so he's going to be a father, so he's got a lot on his plate at the moment, and yeah, he's always going to be strong, and Commonwealth Games is his focus this year, and he's coming good.
Yeah, awesome. Well, mate, we hope to see you over there in Glasgow. This is Clyde, the Glasgow mascot, and I can tell you're already taking a shine to young Clyde already. But, mate, well done. We'll see you down in Melbourne. And, yeah, keep doing great things.
Cool, thanks, guys.
Awesome. Rich Coleman.
All right, we're back up on the track.
Awesome.
We've only got 2 more events left, the men's 200 and the women's 200. We're going to see some of our 100-metre specialists moving up to the 200 metres. The A qualifier is 2040. The B qualifier is 2070. We've already seen Jared Geddes in the Perth Track Classic run a cracking 2059 to grab himself a B qualifier. But he's up against LaShawn Merritt, the second man in history to run under 44 seconds and under 20 seconds, a PB of 1998 and a PB of 43.74. There's Adidas just jumped on board with Athletics Australia and 2XU Compression. We're going to get some good kit from those guys. Love their work.
So don't forget to stick around after the last event. We're going to be giving you all the highlights and interviewing some of the athletes who gave great performances tonight. It'll be a half-hour show called The Rubdown here from the Sydney Track Classic. And you'll be trackside on the Tartan couch with Mossy, Robbo, Lynchy, and whoever we can find. We might even just grab random people from the crowd. No, I think we'll surely be able to get the likes of Danny Samuels, Kurt Fernley, and a few of these American runners who have done so well. John Stephenson, that would be a coup.
Maybe we'll get him on the couch. Why don't you tweet to us using the hashtag Tartan Couch. Tell us who you want to see on the couch. There we go. There's our, look at that, LaShawn Merritt. He's ready to run fast. He's wearing a very nice beard there, but use the hashtags Tartan Couch. Tell us who you want to see on the couch after. The hashtag Sydney Track Classic STC 14. All right, Jake Hammond outside. LaShawn Merritt having a little bit of a joke before they get out there. Jake Hammond a late pull out from the 100 so he can focus on the 200 this weekend. Wants to get a sub 21. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, you can see there LaShawn Merritt. You can follow him on Twitter at LaShawn Merritt. Nick Boylett, the man with the blonde hair and the tattoos, took out the 200-100 double at the 100 Track
That's
Classic.
a good double to have. There's your start list. Here we are at the pole vault.
Here we go.
Oh, we've lost it.
It's on 440. Launching up and hitting the bar,
just
unfortunately.
hitting it on the way up. Very high jumping. But here's our starters, Joel Brown. One of our hurdlers, a training partner of David Oliver. There's Jared Geddes in the very tight-fitting suit. shaking those glutes. That's going to get you down the track very,
Well, it's
very
one
fast.
thing about those sprinters, mate. They've got a big engine out the back.
That is the engine. There's Nick Huff as well, who's backing up from the 110 hurdles. There's Jared, though. Very smart haircut.
He probably a little bit disappointed in the 100.
Yeah, it did come fourth in the 100, behind Thomas Gamble in a PB of 10:42. But let's hope he can turn it up again and run a very fast 200.
Righto, so let's go through it. Obviously, Merritt would be the favourite, although he's stepping down from the 400, 200. Who
Merritt
else is going to be in there?
That's right, Merritt. Like I said before, only 2 men have run under 44 seconds for the 400 and under 20 seconds for the 2. One of those is Michael Jordan. Michael Johnson.
Michael Jordan!
Michael Jordan can do anything. Michael Johnson and LaShawn Merritt. All right. Jared Geddes on screen.
He's getting some screen love, isn't he?
He is. He's soaking it up. He's talking. He knows he's ready to run quick. He's my strain favourite, but LaShawn Merritt will be very hard to beat. Seen him training all week this week. The wind gauge has shown up a 0.8 tailwind. Track is still a little bit wet, but I think we're going to see some very, very fast times.
And Geddes ran a PB at the Perth Track Classic a few weeks ago, 20:59, which was a B qualifier. So the B qualifier 20.7 and a 20.4, the A qualifier. So he'll be looking to continue on with that.
Don't discount Joseph Miller in lane 8, who was actually second in the 100 earlier with a 10:39. Let's see if he can continue that speed and move very, very quick. Joel Brown, training partner of David Oliver, a 13.5 hurdler and a 20.5 200-metre runner.
We've got Joseph Miller, the New Zealand, as you said there, he's run well tonight, so it's going to be an interesting race, this one.
Mate, that's why we keep the 200s for last.
We've got to remember that LaShawn Merritt also, this is early in his season.
Very early. Not known for his work early out of the blocks, but watch him to come home very late. David Geddes may move up very, very quick on him. Alrighty, the boys getting in their blocks. The second last event at the 2014 Sydney Track Classic. Watch for Jared Geddes and LaShawn Merritt. Guns up. Ooh, unsteadiness. Nick Boylett falling out of the blocks. Was that a false start? We'll see what our officials say. Very disappointing if he false starts. He's come all the way down from Queensland to run a 200. Let's hope he didn't leave too early.
So we're still waiting for the officials to come out here.
Let's see what we get. Do we see a red or a green card?
Looks like he's lining back up.
No, they all look ready.
Nick Huff there. A little bit excited about the event.
He's pumped. I think he just yelled at his own name. Huff.
Yeah. Maybe it was Puff. I'm not too sure.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah, there's LaShawn Merritt. It's a beautiful beard. There's no doubt about it.
What happened to his moustache? Couldn't get through customs?
Yeah. Felt it slowed him down over there in the Perth Track Classic. Of course, this is the Compete Clean Sydney Track Classic for 2014. Next stop being in Melbourne next week for the IAAF World Challenge. 2 weeks after that, the National, in Melbourne. So here we go. We're about to start in the men's 200 metres.
Alrighty, in their blocks. All right, great start from Merritt and Geddes. Hammond moving very fast, but Geddes up on the inside. And the Joseph Miller leading into the bend, the New Zealander.
So it's going to be Joseph Miller who's going to push Merritt. Merritt's going to try to go for him. Miller's there. Boylett's well and truly out of this. Miller, and on the inside, Merritt gets the first. On the inside was Geddes, and coming in third was Miller.
All right.
Unofficial time of 20:42, and the wind's not a problem.
The wind, 0.2. LaShawn Merritt in a league of his own. Maybe Joseph Miller, I think, may have snuck in there for second place. Jared Geddes getting in third. Merritt, very strong, showing his 400-metre pedigree at the end, just pulling away from the field. There it is. Joseph Miller in second, Jared Geddes in third. Broken the meet record, 20:42. Joseph Miller, 20:81. Jared Geddes, 20:87. Jake Hammond, 21:10. There's Merritt straight there to the crowd, to Carly, trying to get him for some interviews, but there's Maury playing as well. Telling him to get...
Maury's not too far away from those
he's
people,
always
is
with
he?
the internationals. Telling Merritt to wave to the fans. He's actually waving to the live stream HQ. Thanks, LaShawn, for coming out. He knows where we are. No, we're back here, LaShawn. Bring us back. All right, while we look at the crowd, let's see Danny Samuels, 65-18, grabbing herself a Commonwealth Games A qualifier. Almost every one of her throws was over the A qualifier. Christy Chamberlain with a B, 55-97, getting herself quite a few Bs. Excellent work from our discus throwers. All right, there's the women's long jump. Brooke Stratton, 6:46 Commonwealth B. Margaret Gain in second, 6:32 with a B as well. Jessica Penny, 6:32. Chelsea Jench, 6:32. 4B qualifiers, still looking for an athlete to get that elusive A qualifier of 6:65. Some great jumping on the back straight there. Well done. We saw Brooke on the couch earlier. All right, we're going to be lucky enough to be with Danny Samuels. We're going to throw down to Robbo once he sits down. And here is Robbo with Danny Samuels.
And we're down here. I have the pleasure of being joined by darling of the discus, Danny Samuels, and she's met Clyde, and she's thrown a 65-18 tonight to take out the women's discus. Well done.
Thank you. I'm really happy with that. I want to be consistent at 64, so to have 265 in the last couple of weeks, I'm stoked with.
And you don't mind throwing here at home at Sydney Olympic Park. It's your home track. A little bit wet in the circle tonight. That's pretty good though, into a bit of a headwind.
Yeah, at certain points it was great for the wind was great, but you know, I'm glad that when I threw my 65 metres there was actually no wind. Yep. So, and I'm actually really happy that my big throws the last couple of weeks have been on my first throw, so that's really great when it comes to a championship.
Your state win, state champion a few weeks ago, first throw, way out, the second biggest throw ever. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, look, training's been going really well, and I'm so happy with my consistency at the moment. And you know, going into nationals, we'll freshen up a little bit and then see what I can do.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks very much for spending time on the Tartan couch. Clyde is absolutely thrilled. He's a big fan of yours, and we'll see you again in Melbourne.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Danny. Back up to you guys.
All right, the look of concentration on Sally Pearson's face now. Ella Nelson on her outside. Interesting fact, Melissa Breen pulled out of the 200.
Wow. We'll be interested to find out exactly why that is.
Not too happy about losing to Sally, I think.
Yeah, could well be.
Now, I've spoken to Ella Nelson. She says today's the day to take Sally Pearson's scalp. All right, away very quickly, Sally Pearson. That's a classic start from Sally. She's already moving past Ella Nelson. She's going to lead onto the bend with Toya Whistle on the outside.
So as we come into the final straight, Sally Pearson out in front, but look at Whistle coming, and Nelson's coming home as well. She wants to take down Pearson. Here she comes. Pearson, can she hang on? Nelson just got pipped. Oh, she won a great final straight run that was for Ella Nelson, but Sally Pearson held on, and it's a 23-24, and that, my friends, is a qualifier.
That is a B qualifier to Sally Pearson and to Ella Nelson. Well done. That must be a PB for Ella Nelson. A PB before.
And hasn't she come on in leaps and bounds, Ella Nelson? I thought she was going to do it, Lynchy.
Oh, I wish she did. We talked about it earlier today, and she wanted her scalp. She was hungry. 23-23 for Sally, 23-26 for Ella Nelson. Both B qualifiers PB for Ella Nelson. Must be those arm sleeves that got Sally home.
What about Weasel there as well, the Papua New Guinean? Hasn't she had a great meet? She hasn't been that strong so far this season, Perth Track Classic, but she little sort of finished up a little bit too early, but I'll tell you what.
That finish.
Yeah, Ella Nelson. Look at that. Look at that. She's just wanting it, and Sally, that dogged determination, does the 100-200 double here at Sydney.
Sally will not let you win. You have to beat her. She will kill herself. She is tired after that 200. She looks absolutely done. Hands on knees, still feeling the 200.
Now, just don't forget to stick around. We've got the rub down. We'll probably take about 2 or 3 minutes, show you a little bit of the highlights. We'll be trackside.
All right, there's the full results of the men's 200. In fifth, Nick Boylett. Sixth, Nicholas Huff, Alexander Harmon, and Ben Jaworski. Very close, those last few runners. All right, we're going to throw down to Mossy with the second place getter in the 200, Ella Nelson.
So here we are back on the Tartan couch, still catching her breath after a tremendous run in the women's 200. Ella Nelson, second behind Sally Pearson. Great run tonight.
Oh, thank you so much. It was so exciting.
You must be thrilled to be part of such a huge event. You know, the last race of the night, and such a great run. You know, pretty happy with that?
Oh, I'm stoked. That was awesome. To be able to race against Sally is such a big deal as well, because a lot of the girls have been behind me. So, yeah.
And great times for women sprinting at the moment in Australia. Mel, Sally, yourself, and you're finding a real home in the 200 especially.
Yeah, I've always loved the 200, always since I was a youngin', so it's always good to excel in your favourite event.
Awesome. I'm going to let you go and recover. Here's a banana if you need. Great recovery food. And we'll see you again. You're racing in Melbourne next week?
Sure am, yeah. I'll be doing the 2 and maybe the 1 as well.
All the very best. We'll see you down there. Thanks, Ella Nelson, joining us on the Tartan couch.
There he is, LaShawn.
We're hopefully going to catch up with LaShawn Merritt. Here he is. Here he is. Come on down. Welcome back. Come on down, grab a seat. So we're here joined once again, second time in a month, by LaShawn Merritt. So you've been back to America, now back to Sydney, and you've taken out the 200 this time. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Wanted to get a little speed word again. It's still early in the season, but to come in and win a 200 is great. My body feels good. Legs feel good. I'm mentally strong, so we'll just continue from here.
And you've taken, again, same as Perth, you've taken a lot out of the race tonight. You had to work hard again. The Aussie youngsters were coming at you. A great thrill for them to join in the half lap with you. How many 200s do you run these days?
You know what I said, this year I'll run more than I did in the past couple of years. Last year I ran maybe 3. I think my fastest was like 20-something, but the year before that I ran 1. I ran 2019, so I can turn over a little bit. You know, it's a sort of an off year, so I'll definitely run more 200s this year.
Excellent, and we're going to see you again in Melbourne next week?
Melbourne, 400 metres.
Perfect. Mate, I know you're a big fan of the kiwi. No kiwis on the table tonight. I've only got a banana.
I love bananas.
You like a banana? This is a Queensland-grown banana. They grow them well up there. Mate, you enjoy that. Recover well tonight. Enjoy the rest of your time in Sydney, and we'll see you in Melbourne next week.
Definitely. Thank you.
LaShawn Merritt, Machine Merritt, taking out the men's 200. Thanks again for coming along and lighting up the crowd and getting the W.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Righto, there you go, LaShawn Merritt. What a thrill. And we're going to take it back to an ad now and come back shortly. We're going to be doing our wrap-up show back on the Tartan couch.
If it's your first visit to Sydney, nothing compares to seeing the city's stunning icons. The Sydney Harbour Bridge, the Opera House, and of course the Sydney Harbour. Sydney is a global city, renowned for its outdoor lifestyle. physical beauty and exuberant spirit. With beaches, national parks, restaurants, nightlife, distinctive architecture, inspiring arts and culture scene,
Where's Takali getting the people for us? There she is.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you're watching your favourite sports, like football,
swimming, basketball,
netball
and athletics,
you'll see this logo.
It's all about coming together to have a positive influence on our drinking culture.
We're strong enough to say enough.
And you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
It's easy to see why Sydney is regularly ranked as one of the world's most livable cities. There are endless entertainment and fun. Wherever you choose to jump on a ferry, or travel past the Opera House, go kayaking in the harbour, or just enjoy a picnic on a sandy beach, the outdoor lifestyle of Sydney is hard to resist.
Channel 10 tomorrow, 16th of March, 5:30 p.m. Replays on 1 on Fox Sport. And one person you want to watch over and over again is Sally.
Oh, beautiful high five there, Robbo. And Clyde. Poor old Clyde missed out. My massive night here at the Sydney Track Classic. I would say probably the best meet of all time that I've been a part of. And, you know, Sally Pearson there, we saw just holding on. Amazing stuff tonight. We saw Georgia Wassel as well. Yeah. Unbelievable. Really enjoyed it.
It's great to have you down here. You and Lynchy have done a stellar performance up there in the nosebleed section at the back of the grandstand. This has just been absolutely electric down here on ground level. As I said, it's a real privilege to be so close to some of the world and Australia's greatest athletes. And didn't they put on a show tonight, Mossy?
Absolutely. And the international stars came and delivered as well. Magoo just smashed them out there. I mean, Robertson, the Irishman, been training really hard. Obviously, you know, lives in Australia. Nick Beddoe managed.
Mossy, did you say really the Irishman?
There's
so
Irish.
If you're
Irish
watching at home
everywhere.
in Dublin or down in County Cork, St Paddy's Day is not far away, Mossy.
So,
turn it around.
If you want to continue to get in contact with us, hashtag Tartan Couch. You can also hashtag STC14. Don't forget that the live stream is going to continue on over the next couple of weeks. So we've got the Melbourne IAAF World Championship, which will be next week, and a couple of weeks after that, the Nationals.
Yeah, look, it's going to be just hit after hit from now on, Mossy. We get down to Melbourne next week, we get a week off, and then we've got the Nationals. Junior Nationals, of course, still have a day to go. And I spoke to Georgia Wassel. She's got to go home tonight, rest up, get an ice bath, eat a banana, and come back tomorrow to run the final. So she's had a huge week. Look, it's been just stacked tonight. What about all the Kenyans? Eunice Sum, I mean, the 800s for me, Mossy, going into it tonight, that was where, you know, loads of the excitement was. And the women's and then the men's 800 didn't disappoint.
Oh, no, they didn't. And it was just one of those things where they came and they delivered. And that's what you want to see in the athletics. You want to see, the international stars come out and absolutely deliver. We also want to see people deliver on the hashtag. So how we go on the hashtag Tartan Couch?
Yeah, look, there's plenty of action on the hashtags. Tom O'Shaughnessy has written in, can Mr. Dave Robbo settle a dispute? Is Tartan Couch referring to the track or the Com Games in Scotland at CJ Birmingham?
Well,
so it's getting talked about.
Yeah, well, this is the whole thing. I mean, I think at first it was all about the Com Games being in Glasgow, but then the penny dropped that we were actually here on the Tartan track.
Well, that's right. Another one here from Irish physio David Campbell. He says, enjoying the live feed of the Sydney Track Classic from a stripy couch. Ireland, great job. So he'll appreciate that the flag's out. He's been out here. I'm not sure if he's still here in Australia at the moment. But yeah, look, it's really lit up tonight. One, I just want to read you from Pat Bergen. And Patty, great work again tonight. Tweeting the meet, he says, a lot of big performances at STC 14, but the best gasp of the night was for Ellen Nelson and her closing down on Sally Pearson in the women's 200. Yeah. Wasn't that sensational?
Mate, that was unreal. But there's two things. Ellen Nelson just continuing to push herself in athletic circles. A brilliant finish there, but Sally, just that determination, that gutsy effort, hanging on. That's the measure of a great champion, and that's what she is. She's fresh off the plane. She said she cured a jet lag with coffee, and goes out, wins the 100, 200 double. So that's been awesome.
Hey, my man! Hey, you can't walk away. You got 5 minutes? Come on down. So,
is he Irish?
Yeah. No, he's not Irish. Stand up for a sec, Mossy. I got a little trick. This is what we do for all our royal guests. What's going on here? He's not Irish.
Oh, we're rocking it like that.
Don't go anywhere, ladies. But he's got the Union Jack.
Oh, that's nice of you.
There you go. Come on in, grab a seat. So for those that are not familiar with the world of triple jump, this is Phillips Adowu. And he's been jumping out on the back straight this evening. And, mate, how was it? Sydney Track Classic. This is Mossy. I'm Robbo.
Mossy, nice to meet you. Robbo.
I'm sure it is.
Great to catch up.
You've been bugging me on Twitter.
Oh, look.
A little bit.
I wasn't sure if you were still alive on the Twitter account because it was 164 days since your last tweet.
Seriously, that
You've
long.
been checking it, have you?
I've been busy training, you know, so...
Come on, I know what your athletes are like.
Got nothing to do. Got nothing to do with me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you're in Australia. You're training in Australia these days?
Yeah.
You can't give that away.
I'm on holiday. So I'm on holiday. I heard you had a little meeting going on. Yeah.
Jumps coach, Mr. Bourne up in Queensland, perhaps.
The gnome.
Yeah, the gnome.
The famous gnome. Nice. It's going really well, man. I'm enjoying myself. Made the decision to move out. Do some work in the sun, loving it. Got a really good group, working out with Henry Frayne and Mitchell Watts and a lot of the young athletes, Linda, TT.
Yeah. I can't go on any longer. You do 3 jumps. I don't know why they decided 3, but which is your favourite jump out of the triple jump? The first, the second, or the final one?
Don't work like that. Whichever one gets you winning, so probably the final phase. That's the one that gets you dirty into the pit.
And whereabouts are you in terms of your preparation?
It's been going really well this year. I've been loving the work we're doing. My speed is probably as good as it has been in major champs.
I'm just going to cut you off there as we see 4:55. So close. Sorry, carry on. That's Alana Boyd.
Been jumping really well this year. I've seen her in the gym most weeks. Great athlete.
So you're obviously enjoying your time here in Australia.
Why am I holding this?
Now, good question. Now this is Clyde. Now, you're obviously part of the Commonwealth, like we all are.
I am, yeah.
This is Clyde. He's the official mascot of the Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games.
Is this a mascot?
He's a thistle. He's named after the river in Glasgow, and this is Clyde. We reckon he's the only one in the Southern Hemisphere.
Oh, seriously? So you're giving it to me?
Yeah, for the interview, the duration of this interview. But we need him back because he's the only one.
So
he's on Twitter.
Is he sitting on everyone's lap?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So he's been enjoying the sweat of all the champion athletes. Now, I want to get on to the serious business. How'd you go tonight?
I won, which is good. First competition in a while. Yep. Run-up's really good. Felt really quick. Feel really strong. It's just a little bit... Time is not quite there yet. I was a little bit hesitant because it's wet up there, the wet boards, but 1650 plus. First jump in a while. I was hoping if I caught one, I'd be over 17 metres, and that'd have been good for the guys who are on the back straight in the wet watching us jump. But I'll be doing a couple more meets, so you guys will see me about.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you in Melbourne.
Where's my special headband? You promised me something special.
Hey! I got 2 presents for you. Now, I heard the reason you came to Australia was because of the Naked Runners headband, and the first present I've got for you is a card, unsigned, of Henry Frayne. It's got all his stats on the back. So Gary Bourne is his coach. So there you go. And we can't send you away without your very own Naked Runners headband. And if we could ask you to apply... Oh, don't ask too many questions. How about you just put it on and we'll tell you.
Just roll with it.
The Naked Runners.
Do I have to run around naked in this?
You don't have to run around naked. That's optional. And it's not really encouraged because most countries, they'll lock you up if you run around without clothes on.
Not in New South Wales, though. We encourage it.
When the lights go down here tonight, people might look the other way, but make sure you got that headband on. But this is a performance-enhancing headband, and you're no stranger to the and you're a headband.
It's a good look.
It is. So there you go. That's your very own.
Thank you, guys.
And we look forward to seeing you jumping in that at your next jump. Maybe we should get Gary Bourne a supply of these for all his athletes.
Give me one. I'll give Gary one. Next meet in Brisbane, I'll get Gary Bourne to wear one.
Perfect.
If you can get one on the
on the gnome.
On the gnome.
Headbanded gnome. There you go. That's the challenge. Phillips Adowu, it's an absolute pleasure to spend time with you on the Tartan couch. We'll see you again in Melbourne.
You will do.
And we'll hopefully see that Naked Runners headband on. Keep spreading the good word on the headbands.
I will do. Thanks, guys. I love you.
Say goodbye to Clyde.
What a great finish. And Sally Pearson on screen there, just previously there, she took out the 100-200 double. And we've got Alana Boyd.
Want a banana?
Alana Boyd just on the pole vault at the moment. She's on 4:55. Got a great view from here. Up she goes. Oh, she's hit the bar. She got over it and just hit the bar there at 4:55. Alana Boyd. She is a champion. And she's the winner of the pole vault tonight, Alana Boyd.
Thank you very much, my man.
Thanks, Clark.
Well played.
Yeah. Well, things just keep going on here. Hashtag Tartan Couch if you want to have a chat with us and get yourself up on Twitter. We've got Mossy and Robbo.
Yes,
and
Mossy.
Clyde's gone a little bit amiss, and we're hoping to get a few of the stars. We've obviously spoken to a few of those on the couch tonight, Robbo. You've enjoyed it.
Oh.
As we go, LaShawn Merritt just photo bombing in behind.
This is what happens. This is what happens with the Tartan Couch, Mossy. You end up just. This is what happens. You got to expect it. Any comments? Now Mossy's back on the Tartan Couch, LaShawn.
Oh man, I love the naked runners.
Oh,
there you go.
Stop.
You heard it.
Hey?
You heard it live. What about Alana Boyd, Mossy? Does she own women's pole vault in Australia or what?
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously got the pedigree in athletics, but the fact is that she's unbeatable in the pole vault. She's really pushing.
Talking of legends.
She's really pushing.
Sorry.
That's okay, Robbo.
I was going to say you.
Yeah.
No. National record holder.
She just continues to push herself, and the Parnov sisters as well. And that's the beautiful thing about some of these elite athletes is they're bringing the next wave through. We don't want to see just one athlete come through. We want to see a wave of them continue to come through. And it's the likes of Matt Lynch. He's doing the exact same thing at Mingara. So, and I'm sure Clyde, he'll inspire a bunch of Scottish people to compete.
There he is. Now, Clyde.
I wish Clyde would, wipe the smile off his face.
Turn that down a little bit.
And he hasn't slept at all in 24 weeks.
Mossy, run through who are our latest members of the A team. It's a lot of talk about B qualifiers, A qualifiers. We saw those flames go off behind us a fair few times tonight. Any A's that stood out for you?
A lot of times it actually was a bit hard because you had the international athletes winning and seeing the time over there.
Yep.
But yeah, there was quite a number tonight. I can't really single many out, Robbo. You'll have the whole list there, I'm sure.
Oh, look, Sally Pearson racked up another one in the 100, which was dominant, and that was putting her stamp back on the women's 100 metres again, a win over Mel Breen. Look, I really liked Georgia Wassell, and I caught up with her on the couch. Isn't that a great story? I listened to the Athletes Australia podcast during the week, and there was a comment the boys was making about the juniors, and they go into these big races. They don't care. They don't care if there's big world champions that they're lining up against. They'll just have a dig. And, there's a race on tomorrow. They don't care. They're fresh. And, it's just really exciting to see. She's got a real headache now to see whether she goes to Oregon or whether she makes her way over and joins us in Glasgow.
Where's she going to go?
Oregon.
Oregano, I think you'll find, my friend. Yeah, and obviously Pearson now, she's got Com Games qualifiers in the 100 hurdles, the 100 and the 200. So this is she's just showing what a great athlete she is, and I'd be interested to see what she does over there in Glasgow.
Well, Mossy, coming up next week, you don't have to wait too long. We've got our next instalment of the Tartan Couch, and I know it's been very popular tonight. Who we got a chance to see next week, Mossy? Our favourite man.
Oh, Collis Birmingham. Tell me it's CJ Birmingham.
Collis. And I can tell you a few quick stats. At CJ Birmingham on Twitter, discipline 5,000 metres. He's flame number 5, Mossy. Did you know that?
No, I had no idea.
13:10:51's his PB from Eugene.
Hold it still.
Sorry.
He said hold it still, Robbo.
And what we're working on is getting the man in a headband, like we do with so many athletes. But
I'll see you at Birmingham, and I'll raise you Benita Willis.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, I don't have my glasses on there, Robbo, but I can see that Benita Willis...
basically untouchable. She's got every national record from, a K or two up to the marathon. Maybe a few that have been taken. But she's out in Australia. She's confirmed. And hello, Benita, if you're watching. She's going to be in Melbourne next week. She's agreed to join us on the Tartan Couch, Mossy, for some expert commentary. And won't that be a dream come true for you and I?
I think it'll be time to hang up the boots.
Benita on the couch calling Collis. I'll be looking to probably retire straight after that moment.
Yeah, well, we did have a chance to get Collis on the couch after the mile over at the Perth Track Classic. Unfortunately, he was a little bit crook after that, the mile with Magoo. He tried to take him down, but Magoo just too strong in the final straight. Yeah. And it was, unfortunate for Collis, but she's a great performer. And obviously, Benita Willis, it's going to be great to see her on the Tartan Couch as well.
Yeah, definitely, mate. So, you got next week the IAAF Melbourne World Challenge coming up, and that's going to be a huge event down there at the Lakeside Stadium in Melbourne. We've got a week off. The Queensland Track Classic will be on. And then we have the Nationals. The Senior Nationals will be on. They're back down in Melbourne. And we'll be down there covering that as well. Can't wait.
I've got a little bit of a treat for you, Rob. I've got word that we're staring down the barrel of a national record holder joining us here on the Tartan Couch.
Mossy, as much as I'm enjoying your company and that of Clyde, I think that's exactly what the Tartan Couch needs right now. A national record holder. I wonder who it could be.
Well, we need a hashtag get Alana to the Tartan Couch. Can we do that?
Actually, well, in Perth, we didn't get an opportunity to get Alana Boyd on the Tartan Couch, and I know she was ruining that. She's had 3 weeks to get over that disappointment. We can right those wrongs right now, and we're about to find out. But Mossy, you just mentioned Twitter. Let's have a quick look at what some of the things are going on there. Where are we? What about the men's high jump, Mossy? I got word from Chris Dodd. Wasn't huge jumps tonight. I think 2:23. Liam Zamel Paez, who's now an Irishman, took that one out. Dodd 2:12. Stark 2:20. Boych 2:20. I think so. Not quite the dizzy heights that we've seen those boys jump, but they'll be on again in Melbourne very soon.
Yeah, look, I wonder if the weather took any part in it. Of course, when you're flying via plane, well, probably not the best thing topically at the moment, but yeah, it's one of those things for the high jumpers tonight. So, look, unfortunately, we haven't been able to get a few of the athletes. Have we got any other tweets there before we wrap things up here at the Sydney Track Classic?
Look, just get across hashtag Tartan Couch. We're getting a lot of tweets from overseas, Mossy, which is great. Love those cards. This is from Sports Fan. Love those cards. Wish they'd do them at the athletics meets in the UK. Hashtag Tartan Couch.
It's not madness.
Aidan O'Callaghan. Indoors is all very well, but great to be able to follow STC 14 Tartan Couch on the live feed here in South Wales. And Elaine O'Neill from Wales.
It's my favourite part in Wales, South Wales.
Well, this is old. This is New South Wales, and this is a big shout out to old South Wales.
And it is destination New South Wales. So, why wouldn't you be here?
There you go. And then Sonia O'Sullivan. This might be our one to take it out for the night. And let's remember, Sonia O'Sullivan is still the reigning meet champion here at the Sydney Track Classic for the 5,000 metres. She won the silver medal just over the road here, Mossy, in the year 2000 in the women's 5,000. I'll sign off. Sonia says, hashtag Tartan Couch. Great to see the Irish flag back on the couch. Happy St. Pat's Day weekend. And Sonia O'Sullivan, we salute you and happy St. Pat's Day.
And we'll just wrap things up here at the Sydney Track Classic. Massive shout out to the guys from Bar TV, VPA, and Matt Lynch, who joined us tonight with the commentary up in the stands. It's been awesome. We'll see you next week at the Melbourne IAAF World Challenge, and we'll be trackside once again, providing you all the run, jumps, and chuck. My friends, we'll catch you then.
If it's your first visit to Sydney, nothing compares to seeing the city's stunning icons. The Sydney Harbour Bridge, the Opera House, and of course the Sydney Harbour. Sydney is a global city, renowned for its outdoor lifestyle, physical beauty and exuberant spirit. With beaches, national parks, restaurants, nightlife, distinctive architecture, inspiring arts and culture scene, and an array of vibrant events.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you're watching your favourite sports, like football,
swimming, basketball,
netball
and athletics,
you'll see this logo.
it's all about coming together to have a positive influence on our drinking culture.
We're strong enough to say enough.
and you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
It's easy to see why Sydney is regularly ranked as one of the world's most livable cities. There are endless options for entertainment and fun. Wherever you choose to jump on a ferry or travel past the Opera House, go kayaking in the harbour or just enjoy a picnic on a sandy beach, the outdoor lifestyle of Sydney is hard to resist.